Right, hello chat, hello. Everything should, in theory, be working. Hopefully I'm live. I have no idea. I didn't download the update ahead of time because I got caught up playing Balatro. Let me move my camera down a bit. But yes, here we are. I'm gonna wait until I see people in chat just so I don't start talking to myself like an absolute loon. I mean, I already talk to myself. I guess that is kind of what I do. But, you know, still. Yes, here we are. Here we are. I am slightly delayed. Balatro is a fun game. But yeah. Thank you so. There we are. Oh, there goes all my ego shards. Brilliant, cool. There goes my boxes too. Cheers, thank you, game. And there's the max level increase. Wow, I get immediately one level. We've got a lot of things to collect. We've got a lot of things to collect. Okay, so lunacy. I'm surprised all those maintenance updates I saw didn't get anything done. That ID that I hate. Right. Yes, do I have enough? So I was running Tremor just experimentally before. My Tremor team is rather broke, which is the reason why we will be, of course. 15 tickets. Okay, so I can... If I just quickly dump some other stuff into getting levels. See you escape solo hell. I did indeed. I did indeed. We are now done. Alright, let me just quickly... get some more tickets. Okay. One moment here. I know this isn't optimal. I have enough modules that I don't really care, frankly. Okay, now for you. You... Just need to level up everyone I use on my team, honestly. Solo the entirety of Canto IX. With what Ryoshu? With what Ryoshu? Okay, you know what? Good enough. I'm not gonna need perfect levels to Canto IX. Well, like right now, let's be honest. Here we are.
둥글게 감겨 시작과 끝이 맞닿아 있는 실타래가 있었다.
There is a clue of thread, raveled of a single strand whose beginning is its end.
모든 순간은 시실과 날실이 되어 짜여지며
Moments become wefts and warps that crisscross into a weave.
시간은 흐르지 않고 한 자리에
And the flow of
멈춰진다.
time spools in a single spot.
자, 읽어봐.
Go on, read it. Ryoshu?
너의 첫울음
From the echo of your first cry to the whisper of your last breath.
모든 순간에
In the heart of every moment, my eyes catch a glimpse of you. No, that's not how you read those letters. Yoshihide. That's how you say it. Ryoshu. Wait, Yoshihide. Never mind. It's prettier and easier. Dear lost child of mine. Yoshi.
돌아오는 방향을 모르겠다면
I don't know how to pronounce things. Dear lost child of mine, should the way back home elude you,
가장 아팠던
follow the thread back to the
처음
very first knot that hurt the most. Where the quivering stops, that is where you'll find me. Today is the day. Today's the day indeed. Boss, are you? Hold, please. Don't ask me if I'm nervous. Only ordinary, unremarkable researchers with a particularly low level of confidence in their own material ever get nervous. Your unfinished queries reminded me of the last academic assembly. There's this fellow who could simply not stop their hands from shaking with the frequency of 5 oscillations every 3 seconds, even after taking an entire fistful of tranquility boluses. What a miserable sight that was. Oh, okay. Oh, of course, perhaps the fear that attendees may not possess the intelligence to comprehend even half of my presentation may source a reasonable level of anxiety, potent enough to... It's like Ruina modding all over again. But I've been quite relieved of that concern after you reviewed my materials. If both of you are able to understand it, then the audience should have no problem following the general narrative. At least you won't be dozing the audience chock fully of verbal sedative this time. On another note, have you any clue to why our corporation request for additional research is still pending approval? LCA R&D team has repeatedly denied our request. Apparently we're to focus solely on our present research. A rather narrow-minded bunch, aren't they? Do we know specifically who denied our requests? The assistant manager could simply not stop their hands from shaking, even after taking an entire fistful of tranquility boluses. It seems pretty obvious that they're still carrying the grudge from when you scoffed at them. Well, they'll have no choice but to approve our request after this presentation. Our present research has already progressed beyond the point of satisfaction, after all. Of course, boss, of course. This won't do. Though the motivation behind my additional research request was to state personal curiosity, I have no doubts in my mind that it'll end up befitting the company's bottom line. Martin, do you have additional research proposal with you? Even the LCA will have no recourse but to approve it once they see the projected gains from its success. Ah, that. I left it back at the research hall. Didn't think we needed it today. A successful outcome of that research should also be able to boost the efficiency of our electrical systems. I'm sure the need for more power is a mutual concern. We're at precious little to spare with how much energy our present research consumes. Yeah, we know. We even had to conduct our experiments in the freezing cold because we routed power from the heating system to save electricity. Well, I stayed toasty thanks to my ego gear, but still. Anyways, I'll go grab the proposal. You two should focus on the presentation prep. Uh-oh. Requesting support. This is LCE Department Corridor YS4. Requesting immediate support. The situation's a... Apologies. I didn't wish to so unnecessarily cut him off, but as it seems he passed out, let me be the messenger instead. Though I won't bother with the fancy code speak. The situation here is entirely hopeless, was probably what he wished to say. A few hours later. A good deal of time had passed since we said our heartfelt goodbyes to Jiaxuchun, yet we still remain stuck in Hongyuan. You sure we're setting off today? Reckon you got the date wrong? I'm pretty sure I didn't, but even Sword's late and she was supposed to get Vigilius and Pilot. Right ahead lies the road that leads straight out of Hongyuan. Given Sao's memo telling us to drive out here with a truck, there should be no room for error this time. I sure hope that's the case. When we left Daguanyuan earlier, the guards at the gate actually asked me what time we'd be coming back. They probably think we've taken up permanent residence here at H-Corp. Not surprising. After saying goodbyes left and right, not to mention 2 farewell banquets, we're still sitting here on our bus without any sign of leaving. Exactly. By now, Verg should appear out of nowhere with his usual, "Time to move on to our next destination, Dante." Like he always does. Oh, I hate the voice she made. Time to move on to our next destination, Dante. Dante, do your MDs. I found out, by the way, yesterday, I only did 15 MDs for the entirety of the previous season. A grand total of 15 MDs. Then Karen would say, "Off we go, Mephi, vroom vroom." It's been forever since I heard her last. I don't think there was ever a time Vigilius was gone this long. The breach of contract may have led to extra workload for him, but even so, his prolonged absence remains unusual. Dante, I got lost in traffic, Dante. All this just because he went on his way to help us? Not necessarily. While it is true that the penalty incurred from breaching the contract yet remains, the LCC's operation in H-Corp, which he was assisting us with, was immediately concluded following Jiaxuchun's inauguration as the family hierarch. I fail to think of any other reason apart from that. Vigilius and Sharon would always be away whenever we travelled to a new place, but yeah, never for this long. Maybe he's just off doing whatever he usually does when spending time with Karen. Everyone turned to look at Faust. At this point, there is no information that can be shared regarding Vigilius' absence. Maybe we can ask Vigilius when he gets here? You honestly reckon he'd say a word about where he was? That bloke only ever tells us where to go, never where he's off to. Verily, and never hath he deigned to bring us on any of his ice cream trips, save young Charon. Perchance, his path is that of a culinary journey to sample the unique specialties of each district. Be serious for 1 second, lass. This ain't a foodie tour. Hello, Ziel, hello. Aside from guiding our path, it may simply be that Vigilius has a path of his own to walk. I've got no idea what his path would even look like. We're only here to follow the journey as guided by Vigilius. We know neither the path he has walked, nor the path he seeks to walk. Well, you're supposed to, Dante. You're like his biggest fan. I wonder if we'll ever share the history with us one day. You should know this. You were the guy who wrote him into your story. Come on. Oh. Wrote him into your story. I don't know why I was questioning the grammar there. I suppose he's been his usual absentee self, but that don't explain why Sword ain't here, does it? We've been late plenty of times, yeah, but it ain't like the last to keep us hanging. Maybe there's been a change of plans? When an operative goes dark without warning, it's usually due to an unforeseen variable, not a change of plans. As if to prove Otis right, someone forcefully yanks the truck's door open. Sword! Holy, what happened here? Sword stumbled in the truck, short of breath. She was bleeding and covered in wounds, both minor and serious. Her eyes glistened with wild anxiety. A broken pistol hung from her waist. It was impossible not to notice still fresh gashes and wounds on her. The first thing that caught my attention, however, was the stump right where her left arm used to be. Oh, damn. Part 1 is peak. Okay, let's see. Oh, spider. No way, a Silk Song reference. How's my team set up? Yes. This is how I want this to be. Yes, yep. Just had to make sure. Minor and serious. She's missing an arm! Yeah. Prepare for battle, immediately. I am no longer able to operate, as you can plainly see. I need your help. Sword collapsed to the floor before we even had the chance to ask if she was okay, or what had happened to our arm. Immediately after rendezvousing with Mr. Vigilius, I was ambushed, and the attackers will be here any minute. Well, once the resolve had not faltered even in the face of death, a grave look of despair now filled her eyes. How many hostiles? 2. While Mr. Vigilius was dealing with one of them. Oh god, only 2! Verg was? Colour returned to Roger's face upon hearing Vigilius' name. Well, then maybe Verg's always on her way back after wiping the floor with both of them. No, I don't think so. It's Karen. I lost her. They tore off the arm I was holding onto Karen. Jesus, okay. Okay, there. I never should have let go. I never should let that happen. You didn't really have a choice. I never should have let go. Like, with what arm? Thou couldst not hold on to young Karen? How? What? Sal looks like she needs a hand. Sad grimaced, her expression an amalgamation of guilt and confusion. It was a far cry from her usual collected self. Did they take Karen hostage? Yes. I could not stop them from taking Karen. What about Pilot? Pilot was heavily wounded, but the last time I saw him he was conscious. We should prepare for battle, now. At least our current objective is clear, Executive Manager. First take out the pursuers, then rescue Karen. While the exact motive of the perpetrators is yet to be revealed, we may be facing multiple fronts. I briefly picked up a transmission from HQ while running this way, and... a sudden buzz of white noise breaks through the truck's silence. Any station. Respond, respond. Sword froze up, staring at the radio speaker. Gregor was the first to act in their place. This is LCB, I read you. What's your situation? Over. HQ research facility. Research facility? Under attack. My darling daughter. I hope you've been doing well for yourself out there. But don't you think it's about time you stopped playing and came home? Utter silence descends as a kindly calling cuts off the blood-curdling scream from the other side. The voice that came through the radio was nothing short of affectionate. And it was easy to guess who the daughter was. The spiders have spun their web. Clock. Web? And it's woven so intricately there's no way around it. That's when I recalled something Lei Heng had mentioned. A house of spiders. Thinking back to how intensely Ryoshi reacted then. Do you think these attackers have something to do with that, Lei Heng guy from earlier? How do you not remember his name? I guess it has been months for them. Yeah, unlikely. He was just one of my many passing shooters. Yeah, who you picked up like an entire style of for one of your IDs. Then who could have... It's the headquarters for crying out loud. I don't know. HQ, it's not the kind of place someone can just force their way into. Breaking into a place like that? It's completely unthinkable. What now? Usually I'd use my intuition to choose the best course of action and lead the sinners during a mission. But who would have thought the HQ, which was meant to be for us about that mission in the first place, would come under attack? Especially while we were left without a guide. Fine. I didn't expect them to come find me themselves. Once the spiders have spun their web, they tend to wait for the prey to stumble into it, after all. The plume of cigarette smoke lingered for a moment before scattering into the air. When I looked at Ryoshi's face, what I saw was an expression of strange euphoria. Ryoshi, is this all just some amusing diversion for you? Sword shot an incredulous look at Ryoshi, who was nonchalantly puffing the rest of her cigarette to ash. Sure is.
그토록
The long-awaited
고대하던
moment
시간.
has finally found me.
두근거리는 게
Why wouldn't I be
당연하지
excited?
않나?
That's just...
하지만
But don't presume.
유희에
My
대한
excitement for the coming
기대와
pleasure will not interfere with my
진심은
effectiveness.
나는 단
I've never once let
한순간도
enjoyment get in the way of taking the job
맡은 일을
seriously.
유쾌히 이전에도
Not ever. Not now.
지금 곧 이곳까지
You said the
올
assailants will be here
거라
soon. Is the one who took the
버스
driver coming
기사를
too?
데려-
Karen.
If
Everything happens to Miss Karen and I wouldn't be able to bring myself to face the red gaze.
대화가
This isn't
안
going
되면
anywhere.
거미들이 버스
The spiders
기사를
won't hurt the
건드려
driver.
버스 기사는
She's just their
커다란
bait to lure out the
먹잇감을
bigger prey.
낚기 위함. 그러니 볼썽사납게
So stop
떨지
panicking and
말고
set us up. It's unsightly.
세팅이나 하-
네?
What?
이 트럭의
The back door of this
비밀.
truck. Can it connect us directly to
지금
HQ
현재
research
본사
facility right this
연구소로
instant?
잠시만요.
Wait, it can, but
가능한 본사로
to use the back door
직구하는
portal that leads straight to the
정보
HQ, I need to verify the security code written especially for each coordinate. It's gonna take some time. Gives us enough time to deal with your pursuer.
녀석을
A sword navigated through the vehicle's machinery with the remaining arm. That's quite impressive. The sinners all began to keep watching their surroundings, weapons at the ready.
그런데
So, are you sure it's such a good idea for us to head to HQ? I feel like we're walking ourselves into a trap here. What if we request assistance from Daguan Yuan instead? That can be a solution, yes. However, as this concerns our HQ, resolving this crisis with help from a wing, even one whose leader we're on good terms with, will require an enormous favor to be repaid. Your decision, Executive Manager? We'll head straight to the HQ research facility as soon as Sword opens the portal. It wasn't hard to intuit that Ryoshi's turn had arrived, given her evident excitement. So, if so, the back door leading to the HQ, which Ryoshi intends to use, should be the path we're meant to take this time.
각오하는 게 좋아.
Better prepare yourselves.
이 앞-
What awaits us, without a single shred of doubt, is hell. No! Hellscreen person has hell. No. And there, in its depths, lies something that has always been waiting for me. What strums above us, walking the vehicle's roof? We've been found. Wait, then shouldn't we get out of the truck before it caves in over our heads?
아니요.
No.
이 트럭은
P-Corp singularity
미사일
protects this truck,
투구청이
remember?
적용되어 있다고
Something's supposed to keep
했잖아요.
whatever's safe inside.
외부로부터 안전하게
We should just lie low in here until...
안전한 건 맞지?
You sure about that? I can see a teensy crack in the ceiling. A crack? That makes no sense. The ceiling should be elastic enough to bend under most physical impacts instead of cracking. Do they have, fairy? It is true the exterior vehicle transportation device utilizes P-Corp singularity. That's why this truck is more spacious inside than it appears from the outside, and has good defenses against external forces. However, unlike the experimental model we boarded in P-Corp, this vehicle appears to be a more affordable model, used flexibly as a shuttle for the before team's deployment. Never mind, they're just cheaping out. That is to say, for a singularity technology performed at a most competent level, a high level investment is required. Budget models, even those with singularities, can still end up being countered. So they cheapened out. Then the assailant is not one of the nurse fathers from the House of Spiders. If it were one of them, the first shock would have shattered this wall into pieces. I suppose kicking off with the top dogs would have made for a random... Shut up! Shut up! You're not allowed to say that! You're not allowed to say that! I suppose kicking off with the top dogs would have made for a rather bland story progression. Shut up, Ryoshi! Stop being informed about the narrative. It's my turn. Ah yes, the narrative is finally favouring me. Shut up! The nurse fathers? Wait, you mean the same people Lei hang? We'll have time for speculations later. Executive Manager, the ceiling's about to cave in. Go for the kill the moment they get inside. You're not allowed to say that. Stop talking about the narrative. Oh, hello there. At the ready, men. Wait, don't engage. They were readying ourselves to secure the intruder the moment he stepped inside. We'd immediately backtrack on that idea when we saw who he was carrying. Karen. She's only unconscious and how? Sorry, hold on. Where is this man carrying Karen? Like, telekinesis? I see. You cut off Saud's arms so you'd have something to track her down with. And she has gone straight to seek help from her comrades. It was indeed a correct decision for us to wait and see how she'd react. The intruder continued, glancing towards Sword. Behind his back. Ah, yes. Just carrying her like that. Yeah, brilliant. As if in response to that, Ryoshi placed her hand on her scabbard. Ryoshi? BD-OK. Bus driver... Oh, bus driver okay. They won't dare hurt the bus driver. So don't make a fuss, Clog. Huh? What do you mean she's okay? Ryoshi? What's stopping Dante from just using magic bullet? Yeah, not sure. Ryoshi ignored Sinclair and rushed towards the intruder, her scabbards cleaving through the air. Oh, parried that, did you? Have you no regard for the hostage's life? You won't dare let her die unless you're planning to incur the Red Guide's wrath. Bro was so uninteresting they didn't even give him a sprite for carrying Karen, yeah. There'd be a full CG if this guy was supposed to be important. This guy is ID fodder. ID fodder. ID fodder, I'm calling it now. Like Ryoshi said, the intruder was only defending himself against her strikes without harming Karen, just as the other sinners were stepping up to join the assault. I intended to face you one at a time, as the propriety of honorable combat dictates, but unfortunately, since I cannot let you take her back until my master arrives. The intruder gestured with his hand, and strange, bizarre things dropped through the ceiling with a thump. I must resort to using some borrowed weapons. Are those distortions or monsters of some kind? No. I think they're people. His master. Virgilius is supposed to be handling whoever that is, yeah? The colour's most illustrious must be deterred from wielding his full might on account of young Karen's capture. Then we must rescue Karen and book her to HQ or wherever. That'll let the guide go all out. Yeah, that seems to be the best shot we have at the moment. Still, let's be careful and prioritize Karen's safety above all else. Do I have to keep her safe whilst I battle? Is that what's going to have to go on here? Hold on. Okay. What are these? Shh, hold on. How do I turn off hints? Fuck off. Thank you. Okay. I do not want to see hints. I never want to see hints. I just don't want to see hints. The Ring Nurse Father's artwork. Okay. The main target has 3 types of negative effects, final power +1. Oh, that's interesting. Clash win, clash lose effects. Oh, hemorrhage, okay. So, trying to avoid as much bleed as possible. That is quite interesting. Is it going to be another Blood Fiend Canto? Yes or no? Okay, we want this. Well, I mean, I can't really control it. Let's not go all out on making Malphas do things just yet. Can the Heishos just brutally murder everyone here? That is the question. It's a very important question. Oh, well, I actually want to clash that. How did Honglu just fail basically all of his coin flips? What? Okay. That, kind of how that's... no, that is statistically right. 50-50. Hello, Evil Delaying Arbiter. Welcome to the stream. Okay, just woke up and saw you live. Well, I hope you enjoy the stream. Oh, that means you don't get paralyzed. Yeah, hope you enjoy. This is my first experience with this. I am not sure yet if I want to do this with only the base IDs or if this is going to be it. How did they take that much damage? Did I somehow accidentally inflict a rupture stack on that guy? I get the feeling this guy's about to explode. Oh no, they didn't. Now they're going to. Yeah. Okay, they'll have paralyzed, but oh well. Okay. I leveled some of my IDs to level 60. I didn't level all of them just yet. I don't know why I'm doing that manually. Also, what do you mean you didn't get a single one of your... Ah, that's fine. I don't need the resonance. You wanna use the gameplay of the Heisho? You like micromanaging their special stats effects, checking if skill 3 is available first. I like them. I just think they're absurd. I think it's... Their power has a certain appeal to it, and I do think their gameplay works well. I do just think they turn people into mints if you play them right, though. You heard that Index Faust is good. That's interesting, because I've heard that Index Faust is bad. Honestly, I think if you have an opinion on the internet, you will be able to find somebody else who shares it. Anyway, we have enough sanity now I can afford to stop paying attention. It's a shame we got the second bolus corruption there, though, because now that means it's Tremor Burst on last, which we just really don't need. We don't inflict Tremor, really. Also, holy... we are brutally murdering these people. Oh. That is incredible. if you remember the scuffed ampule MV team you showed you a while ago, you beat the entire Canto with it? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, okay, I was thinking about this. So, I was thinking about, like, okay, so I have been getting back into Balatro lately, because, I'm me. Simply put. I don't know a better way to describe why I would be getting back into Balatro, but yeah. And the reason that it gave me an idea, because what I really like in Balatro isn't actually single-player gameplay. What I really like in Balatro is the multiplayer gameplay. I really like the multiplayer mod for Balatro. I think the multiplayer mod for Balatro is so cool. I think it's the best thing possible for the game. So what I was thinking is there a way to make that in Limbus Company? And I'll tell you the idea. I've had an idea of how to work it in. I'm just gonna quit. I'm getting the feeling we're gonna have some story to read, but after the story is done being read, I'll go through the way I would make it work, just to see if people would be. Oh no, we don't have story. Never mind. Let's quickly just read what this guy does. Questions Roshu, question by -3 about the coins on unit spaces. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's quite cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so this guy just really hates solo players, right? Okay. Does want to target with all his unit skills? Okay. Okay. So it's just like... It's the last night, but, like, slightly different. Is that a... That's a decent way of putting it. The last night, but slightly different. Okay, let's actually... And then we can leave them. What do you want? Yeah, Clash one. Okay, there we go. Did I leave someone undefended? I think I did. I forgot to check if they were going against Malfaust, but still. Also, we don't have our things yet, so it won't even trigger properly. Oh, I forgot to check our status. What does that do? Rotate who you clash with makes sense, though, yeah. That's quite cool. I do like that. Last night, but you don't actually blow up upon slightly touching him? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I must say, I don't actually know how to use my Rupture team. I don't know how to stack Rupture with it, so... as you can see, I have no Rupture stack at the moment. That's because I'm not very good at the game. I find it funny, on my Night Drifter Ryoshu video, when it was shared with Hatworld, who are like the meta people, the one complaint I saw was somebody saying I played really poorly. And I have to say, that is the funniest critique I could have possibly got. None of, like, my opinions, nothing of that. It's just, you played bad. I find that so hilarious. That is, yeah, that is the funniest possible thing I could have been told there. Okay. Right. Read my status. Oh yeah, you're right, I probably should have. How on earth did they get... Oh, wait, Ryoshu. I was confused for a second there. Oh. Whoa, okay. Actual clashes. Wait, that was... Heisho strikes again. I had no idea who was clashing there. Okay. Oh, no, you just wanted to stop winning clashes, Gregor? Okay, I see how it is. Fine. Fine. Okay. What do you have? Deal minus 20 damage. Okay. And then you get deal plus 10. That's brilliant. Oh. Why are you highlighted? What? No! What do you mean you're highlighted? You can't do that! For every attack skill of this unit that lost a clash this turn, final power... Oh, they can do that? They're allowed to do that? Right. Okay. Okay. A hyperlink. Uh-huh. Okay. Who are you targeting, Gregor? Hey, buddy. Oh. I mean, final power minus 2 and attack weight minus 1, so I just need to beat all these. So Rhodia... struggling? Really? Are you sure you're struggling? I mean, most of my people didn't clash here, so I should be fine. Okay, Rhodia's just got a bad skill then. You should clash with it first. It's target fixed. I couldn't if I wanted to. I mean, that's a good clashing skill for you. Favored... No, I want to leave that for Moused. Who are you actually targeting? Yeah, Gregor. Okay, Okay. Should be good here. Wow, no headsets, cheers. Okay. That's unfortunate, but okay. Better than winning it, actually, because if we'd won it, then we'd have Paralyze. I'll take the Tremor over winning it. Okay. That's fine. How did you lose that? Okay, sure. Wait, this means Gregor is going to die horribly, isn't he? There is no way I can clash this other one properly. Unless I stagger him here? Can I stagger him? There's no way I stagger him here. So many tails in a row. Yeah, we've had no luck here. We have had no luck here whatsoever. Thankfully, I have this. Hold this for me. Go, my Malfaust. Oh, didn't trigger the last one? Okay. Just those two. Okay, that's fine, actually. Sure. Can I use Malfaust still? Oh, Malfaust is on the ropes. Leave those two for her, and we will need to leave her a turn to not... I mean, no, actually, she's fine. She's Malfaust. I really don't need to care. Okay, next up we have Yisang. Hopeless swap. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Do you have... Okay, you have the funny status, in all fairness. That's... Huh. Okay. What do you mean hopeless? What do you mean hopeless? Neutral. Okay. Wanna read the block skill? Eh. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Is it? No, it's not worth the command meltdown just yet. You might actually be worth... No, can I just not win this? Okay, what does letting him get a hit off do? more damage. That's fine. Who's he targeting? Wait. That's so... Oh, wait. He hasn't said anyone's skill 1. Okay, that's fine, actually. That's fine. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm fine with that, actually. Yeah. Wow, you actually nearly won that one. Lock in? I mean, yes, no, that is a distinct problem. Thankfully, I have Malfaust still. Thoughts on the battle music? It's cool. It's cool so far. Okay. Okay, 1 stagger. Thank God. Okay, 1 kill. Oh. Is that good? That just means he's going to get more skill slots, which means it's harder for me to cycle out who I'm clashing with. Oh. How? You... Excuse me? You're not allowed to do that. You have... Malfaust just decided not to? Okay. Malfaust just decided... Holy shit. We will not, in fact, be using Malfaust to clash. What's your stagger? Yeah, no. You get a turn off. You get a turn off, Faust. Enjoy. You're fine. So... Is this... Wow. Cheers! Thank you, game. I do love hearing about my hopeless but actually not attack. That's my favorite thing. Yeah, hopeless looks inside, dominating. Brilliant. Okay. Mouse gets a little bit of time off as a treat. To brutally murder someone. How? You... The 5% strikes again. I do love 5% chance. Fuck it, actually. You deserve to die there. That was abysmal. I don't know what you were doing there. You. I don't know how to use you, frankly. I've never used you. Slowly but surely, 1 by 1. Buddy. Buddy, I hate to break it to you. I have a little bit of a surprise for you. I'm not sure you're gonna like how this one ends. Yeah, right here, you use that. Yeah, okay. I mean, no, what am I doing? I can just put all these underneath here. You want to be unopposed, yep. You want to clash, yep. You want to do that. I'm more fine with you clashing that, and then you clashing that, frankly. Then Mouse clashes that, great. Oh. I'm so cooked. I just pressed the spacebar to try. I've been playing far too much Ruina. Yeah, let me press the spacebar. Let me press the spacebar to make the turn go. Oh. Oh, okay. He's staggered now. He's dead. Yeah, well, here go the Heisho. Time to turn him into goop. PTSD, yeah. Having an actual tank is pretty good. Who would have known? What are you? How are you not staggered? I staggered you. Huh? Okay. He sees the back door side of the truck. Even at the port. What do you mean he sees the back? We have him beat, Sinclair. We have him beat. He will die horrifically. He's at 400 HP. He sees the back door side of the truck. Even if the portal opens, we can't. Doesn't change what needs to be done. We take care of him. Get the bus going. Head off to HQ. For fuck's sake, we can't even fight full out. Despite Roche's assurance, the citizens do not share our confidence in their helmet Canto Sharon. Still confined, fending off the animated corpses, unable to fight aggressive. Game, have you not been watching what I've been doing? I have Malfaust on full blast here. Roche was the only one unfazed enough to raise a sword against the assailant in this cramped battlefield. Bothersome little half-wit. No, you're not allowed to do that. That's distortion. I'm straight, I said. How many times? Just how many times must I repeat myself? I'll stop making a fuss. It couldn't have hurt that much. On your feet, get off your ass. What makes you think you deserve a break? Quit being a whiny little brat and pick up that sword. Slash straight, see? That wasn't so hard, was it? If I ever hear you whining again, I'll rip your hair clean off your head. So get your act together. You're no stranger to the sword style. The Palamitten style. I've been trained in as well. Did you learn it from Valencia, that booze hound? Am I actually not to insult her with such a crude epithet? My master gave me an order when she imparted the style to me. Temper unknown until my master of it becomes undistinguishable from yours. My swordcraft is now on par with that of your past self when you still belonged in the House of Spiders. Learning it without understanding anything, and only obsessively copying it. Wasting time over such mimicry. Red Mist reference? Red Mist reference? It's beyond ridiculous. If you're no more than a copycat, then the angle of the wrists, the distance between the feet, the balance of the sword itself, every one of these has to be exact, because even a single incongruity. Are you actually that incompetent, or do you enjoy the beating? Maintain your stance. Don't bother your stupid little head trying to be clever and just stick to what you've been taught. Take what you memorized and move! The sooner you become the blade that cuts through all, the better. Only then can I. We'll break your form, making your swordsmanship as precarious as a tightrope walk headed straight for a fall. You're no different from those wind-up dolls over there. Call me a wind-up doll all you want. Doesn't matter. You, likewise, are unable to recall and properly wield the Palamitten style, which tells me our usefulness has not yet run its course. I must perfect every form you've been taught, even if I must repeat the same stance 1,000, no 10,000 times over. If I am to be a perfectly tailored textbook for you. What I said, I have no need for such childish study aids. Your rejection is inconsequential. My role as your textbook has already begun. Then I will illustrate my very own art for you, until you're slashed and cleave beyond recognition. Damn, my eye is torn up. Uh-oh. My eye's torn up again. Yep, I landed on the right place. That's my ticket, alright. Ugh. No way. I told you, Lucia. Do none of the women in the thumb have properly fitting shirts? What is this? Like, hold on. That donation. Well, it's not. Well, that. Oh god. Chat. Control yourself. But like, none of them understand how shirts work. Like, hold on. I just have to pull up Tifrith database because I don't actually remember what she's called. Because unlike the rest of you all, I'm not that bad. Yeah, Catriel. Like, none of them. What the fuck? None of them understand how shirts work. Like, just button it up. I see 2 buttons. 2 buttons. Button up. Not that hard. Button up. Not that hard. Proper dress etiquette. Does the thumb not care about how people dress? Don't button it. No! Sealer, control yourself. I told you, Lucio. You could spend years honing your skills. But that still won't be enough to catch up to our Yoshihide. Damn. The man staggers his head a little, his head jerking aside from the impact of the blow. How fucking hard did she hit him? What the fuck? Sorry, hold on, I'm trying not to swear very much, but she literally made him, like, instantly bruised. Isn't it obvious now that you've seen it yourself? How sad and pathetic your progress is. This is the problem with greenhorns who haven't had a taste of the war. the war. Bro got slapped so hard he got a new sprite. Yeah. They don't know what it's like to crawl through the muck and grime of the battlefield, where even the slightest inattention can get your head blown clean off. Now he's 300 HP, yeah. When faced with a superior opponent, don't just rely on brawn, but redirect the force of their attack to the side by locking their arc with the tip of your sword. I've said it time and time again. When you're outnumbered, lower your form and draw wide arcs with your sword. Did you forget everything I drilled into you after shouting myself hoarse? Secure a corner. Force them to get to in single file. Because positioning is everything. Didn't I tell you this before? Look, I understand what you're saying, however, have you considered... I have a funny thing to show you of why going single file isn't going to save you. It's a skill I have. Why do you not show up? Here we are. It's a funny skill I have. You might have heard of it. It's this one here. Force them to get you in a single file. That's cool and all, but have you considered Malfaust? I could beat you with just that on loop. Anyway, don't tell us. If Yoshihides, recall even one more lesson from me. The textbook can't afford to have any defects. Forgive me, Master. But you did manage to collect this one as instructed. Maybe you're not completely useless after all. Hatred thick in her voice, Roshu hissed the thumb nurse father under her breath as she slipped in a blade drawing stance against the second assailant. Hey, how you been doing, Ticket? Your form's really become a wreck since you're away. Just seeing that sloppy grip makes me sigh. I had to beat that habit out of you back in the day, remember? Still, this reunion's been a long time coming, so I suppose I owe you a bit of courtesy. You're old enough now to understand what I'm saying without me having to resort to the occasional backhand, aren't you? Ticket? Still intend on calling me that, huh? Clearly you're just a sad sack of shit stuck wallowing in the sinkhole of your own making. L plus ratio plus death, right? Yeah. Did you call me a sack of shit? Ah, bitch. You should know your place before barking at your betters. Seeing a sudden presence outside the so-called thumb nurse father snatched Karen into her arms and swiftly assumed a fighting stance. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, he just hit the evade! No way! That is, for some reason, I've spent far too long looking at evade sprites for thumbnails of Ruina. For some reason, everybody who evades puts their hands in their pockets before evading. So, Manager Dante, it seems I must apologize for what has happened today. Virgilius. I was stalled by my personal issues and a certain unresolved business from the past. Berg, you're hurt. They're not from these assailants, so don't worry needless. Who did that to you, then? Whoa, huh? What do you mean troublesome? What, huh? It just so happens that I was involved in a rather troublesome matter prior to encountering them. Sorry, hold on. Who was he fighting beforehand? It's all my fault, Red Gaze. I should have protected her. Sword's voice trembled as she apologized profusely to Virgilius. No, this happened because I couldn't stop him from going after you. And of course, you had to go for your arm. That wound's looking worse by the second. Go get it treated at the moment we deal with the situation. I will. Virgilius met the thumb nurse father's gaze head on. The thumb. The finger that makes up for their incompetence with duplicity and cowardice, only to then hide it all behind their mask of honor. You appeared exactly as received the transmission that the HQ research facility was under attack. Then your purpose here must be to stall me by any means, even if you have to resort to an old and tired method like taking a hostage. Yes, the way you're reacting to this, I nailed it. She's your cake. Remember, Ticket? Remember what I told you when you so modestly stuffed your face with that cake and smeared cream all over yourself? Smiling like an idiot in such filth makes me want to smash that cake to the floor. So don't you dare let even a hint of craving for that cake while I'm looking, no matter how sweet and delicious it might be. What did I say, Ticket? What did I say? If you're gonna start trouble, you better not show it on your face. Else I'll catch on. Stop fucking around and tell me straight. Tell me, why are you... Huh. You know what? Be like that. Keep mum and brood in silence all you want. I'll find that, and I'll split... You're not getting past me. You think this eye is just for show? Well, Valencia, I don't know how much confidence you're putting in that eyeball, but... I doubt you'd store me for long with that half-functioning relic of yours. Oh! Relic. Huh. A trickle of blood began dribbling down the intruder's cheek from a covered eye. Ah, this? But she grinned without a care. Oh yeah, it started hurting more and more the closer I got to Ticket. But it's gonna get better. Ticket's about to leave this place, you see. Shithead, you're not here to kill me, are you? Ah, shithead. Rude bitch. Have you forgotten all about manners? The woman seemed to be having a hard time holding her hand back from striking Ryoshi. Sealer, what the fuck is that comment? So, huh? What? Huh? What? She hits children, and God, am I feeling so much younger already. I regret reading chat sometimes. Anyways, that's not a trickle. That's a little bit more than a trickle. Glad you finally figured that out. Now fuck off as soon as that back door opens. The other nurse fathers are waiting for you there, so show some proper manners. Or is that brain of yours too messed up to remember who's who and which is which? Don't you take this time to think of what you're going to say to them? Why don't you take this time to think of what you're going to say to them? Hey, hold on. If you're going to let us go anyway, why don't you let Karen zip it? That's a strange sprite. I hate presumptuous idiots who don't know their place, butting into conversations. Friend of yours, Ticket? Yeah. That's so. I don't suppose there's anything wrong with sending them all there. After all, why discourage a film of flies from flying straight into the web we've spun? Her eye intently fixed on Vigilius, the thumb nurse father slowly backed away from the back door and opened the door for us. I need to stop reading chat. Why is... Right, okay. The back door of the HQ hasn't opened yet. You have to rescue Karen first, then. Do not hesitate, Dante. That is indeed the path you must bring the sinners to. Vigilius continued coldly as though he was reading my mind. In fact, you should go through the back door like she says if you want to help Karen. The entire circumstance of the back door has been engineered to hold me, and only me, back. And what awaits beyond the back door is what they've orchestrated to summon you and Sinner. Oh, yeah. Correct. I wouldn't want your dash of red. To snip our elaborate web to pieces. Portal connection to the HQ almost established. But every firewall protecting connections to the HQ has been bypassed. What? Then it must be via the defenseless back door, or back doors, through which the intruders have broken in. Portal connection to the HQ established. Coming with? If Faust goes, I'll be the only one left here who knows how to operate a backdoor calibrator. I'll stay behind, at least until Mr. Vigilius rescues Karen. Then we'll go on ahead. As always, Ryo should not prolong the conversation. She should not bother to impart even a quick goodbye. As she walked the shadows that await us beyond the corridor. Every new Canto we get most evil woman yet, and someone no matter what just goes smash. Yep. That is a universal constant. I gave Sal a nod instead. Dante. The fourth sinner's thread is pulled tautly. It is precariously close to snapping. Yeah, okay, distortion. Absorbs sharper than any blade, but it may sever all that comes into contact with. You must remember that. Is Ryoshi gonna manifest? Okay, crackpot theory time. Ryoshi has so many links to the Red Mist, right? That's I can argue that one again. My argument here is she's going to manifest because of that linking between the two of that. She's going to manifest rather than distort. I'm not sure what will happen afterwards, but I'm going to say that. That's my crackpot theory for the Canto, other than all the linking to Red Mist. And also Ryo Sinclair. What kind of thread is Vigilius talking about? Snapping, severing. I wasn't yet sure what exactly he was referring to, but it won't be severed. Not when the chains bind us together. I replied, absentmindedly rubbing the area where the chains that connect me to the sinners had burst out of. Let us proceed, Dante. With Vigilius' words hanging heavily over us, we made our way to the back door connected to the HQ research facility. What do you think our ability will be for Durante? Ooh. Something... Okay. So far, everything seems pretty anti-solo. So I'm going to say it's going to be ability focused on soloing, because the final thing will be a Ryoshi solo against it. Because once again, Gebara reference. Doesn't every sinner have their ego? No. Just to quickly explain, these egos are false. They're not real egos. They're egos... They're... egos. They use ID tech to be able to bring forth, like, their sort of inner self, sure, But it's not proper ego. It's not real ego. None of these are real ego. They're all just faux ego. They're closer to ego gear than they are to... Yeah, they're closer to ego gear than to actual, proper, you know, good ego. Cool ego. Literally just plays the Floral Language 3. Yeah, it just starts that theme and nothing else. This is my OC Ryoshi. That much trained by all the fingers at birth. Also has memory loss and this cool sword she doesn't unsheath unless she's trying to use her full power. She really is just an OC. She is just an edgy OC. Arriving at the LCE department. Well, I should probably stop saying bad things about Ryoshi. The last time I started slandering Ryoshi, I got given death threats, so... Oi, what on the... The sight that greeted us was nothing like what I remembered from our last visit for the regular checkup. We're too late. I thought HQ's reinforcements would be holding the line, or at the very least that I'd walk into a battle. Yeah, there's nobody left standing, much less making a run for it. All we could see were bodies slumped along the floor, filling the corridor in motionless silence. This is just awful. I never thought the ship would go down this badly. Faust, have you got any idea of how many of the LCE are actually combat ready? The ego gears that were researched didn't extract with their combat purposes in mind. Oh, the LCE tends to encounter more combat tryouts and experiments compared to the other research-focused departments. The vast majority of its employees are required to have completed basic training pertaining to the aforementioned. As for the ego equipment, although the current research and extraction process may be sophisticated enough to see some considerable results in combat, it would seem they are ill-equipped to tackle a pre-planned ambush such as this. Fat chance those lab nerds could do anything in a real fight, let alone against the spiders and the Well, it depends... It depends on how accurate the ego gear is, because if the ego gear is actually like LogCorp's ego gear, it wouldn't matter if they've been trained, but I'm not sure. The memories came flooding back, researchers jotting down our checkup results on piles of paper, and Hohenheim, with his droopy tired eyes, leafing through the files. We barely exchanged goodbyes when you rounded up the burnt out lab staff, who were already pulling their hair out from the sheer level of stress to oversee another experiment in progress. So, if you happen to notice anyone who looks like Hohenheim, let me know ASAP. I have identified 3 bodies in various states that make immediate recognition challenging. However, their stature and attire makes it extremely unlikely that any of them are Hohenheim. From the looks of it, they probably even get the chance to put any meaningful resistance before they were killed. With the golden look in his eyes, Gregor examined the bodies strewn across the floor. Out of 32 bodies, 26 show identical physical trauma. Identical? Every one of them has a spiral-shaped perforation in the center of their chest, over where the heart is. Their cause of death seems to be the same type of spiral weapon they're holding in their hands, manager. These spirals, I think they pulled them out of themselves. But why would they... Soft. Ryoshi cast her gaze down, quietly eyeing her palm. From the cryptic eyes and contemplative look on her face. Oh. I could easily guess she was taking a trip through the shadows of her past. Touching an invisible object with her palm and feel that's very visible. In such as something that should have been there in her hands. And I've been through enough to know we would be revisiting our past together. Spiral of contempt? However, huh? What I witnessed was completely different from the memories of the other sinners I'd seen so far. Repressed trauma? No way. The vision I saw was completely fragmented. Yeah, she doesn't want to remember her past. As if a blade had cut her memories to pieces. Within Ryoshi's memories, something did indeed rest in her palm, however. I couldn't even make out whether its hue was closer to black or white. But it's metallic, Dente. It's metallic. Was it some kind of food, a weapon, or something else entirely? She was holding it earlier. Even the expression that crossed her face when she saw it and the words that slipped from her lips in that moment escaped me. One thing I saw for sure, though, was the person who, in all likelihood, had given it to her. Was standing in a lazy puff of smoke swirling into the air, watching Ryoshi's reaction in complete ease. Gazed back upon the cryptic scenes of Ryoshi's memory that flashed before my eyes. Ryoshi, is there anything you remember? Saru. That name's all I can remember. You mean, as you've seen, Clock, my mind has been hacked to tatters. The sequence and shapes, everything is in tangles. There's nothing I can explain about my memory. It seems we've gotten into the gist of the situation. The worst case scenario here would be a breach from the outside happening while abnormalities, distortions, and metacular break containment all at once. Otis, have you looked at these? Wow. Now that's a situation I didn't even want to think about. We're fighting trespassers and all kinds of monsters broken on the list.
같이 제압해야 하는 거잖아.
If you've ever read a novel that kept you wanting to find out what's going to happen next, or watched a movie that drops ominous hints about the fate of one or more of its characters, then you've probably already experienced foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which...
Right. Precisely. That sums up our present circumstance. Right.
그럼
I just waste no time to deliver the conclusion and kill everyone's morale. Let's start from the beginning. First, the LCE department found itself under attack by a group of unidentified hostiles 2 hours prior. The weapons used to massacre the researchers are not uniform. The victims appear to have been killed with a various assortment of arms. Oh, like weapons, not like actual arms. My darling daughter, eyes on me. When using straight weapons that leave the farthest reaching arcs. Oh. Eyes on me when using weapons that kill with the tiniest incisions. Eyes on me when using flexible weapons that crush anything they make contact with. What a tangled mess. Just like that bastard. Hard to tell what kind of weapons are used here. Damn. Roshi whipped her hair back, furrowing her eyebrows in annoyance. Safe to say that killers are adept with at least 3 different types of weapons. It's the index thing. Hold on. What can I actually pull up to... It would be Tiferet database first thing. And then to look up in Tiferet's database, it would be passive will of the... Prescript? Is that the one that does it? No, just Prescript? Yeah, Grace of the Prescript. Each scene boosts the power of a random offensive dice by +2. Or random type of offensive dice by +2. Slash Pierce 1. Ah. Moving on. This was a surprise attack carried out without any delay whatsoever, and the LCE had no time to even plan a counterattack. It was, for lack of a better word, a massacre. Now here's something that demands our attention. It appears the invaders had an abnormality containment units opened only after they confirmed that the surprise attack had been carried out successfully. That sure is fishy. I mean, shouldn't it be the other way around? Unlock the containment units first, let the monsters wreak havoc throughout the facility, then swoop in during the chaos and finish off the stragglers? That'd be the easier course of action. Indeed, the enemy strategy is highly unusual. As for why they resorted to such an unusual move, there are 2 plausible explanations. Firstly, that the enemy be comprised of fighters skilled enough to forego a diversion tactic. You mean there could be more, who are stronger than women? Yes! Yes, Sinclair! Secondly, the enemy may have purposely unleashed the abnormalities from the cage as a follow-up measure. Follow-up measure? Thou implying these villains sought to disguise their vile attack? No. The chance of a cover-up is almost non-existent. Unless they had precise knowledge of scavenger abnormalities that could devour the corpses clean, the enemy would have never left such identifiable wounds on their victims. It makes more sense that their goal was to delay HQ's main reinforcements and keep them from reaching the scene on time as we did. A delay tactic. I see. Maybe they're looking for something? Have you seen the new Faust? I have seen the new Faust, yeah. Possibly. They must have had a specific objective in mind when they broke through. Which means that whatever they're looking for should be here somewhere. Something elusive and so well hidden that they had to distract us just to buy themselves some time. We need to hurry then. No, I think they just wanted us. Well, no, actually, then why wouldn't they? No, I'm not sure. Oh. That's interesting. Just combat. It's spectacular. Okay, well, I want to just turn the the meat grinder. There we are. Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't think I have any water left in us. Well, how's everyone's day, chat? You love vampires. I'm not surprised, Sealer. We've been over this. We've been over this before. Like ego passive, ego resources required for the index passive a singleton. That's funny. That is rather funny. It's presumably unlock, right? Like, if you play each one of them a single time, then it would be unlocked, yeah. You just woke up, look at your phone, so you're alive? Yeah, that sounds good. Wait, does that mean it's... Oh, no, no. It wouldn't be New Year's yet. That New Year's is today, though. Is everybody excited for, you know, another thing? Unlock is a proxy. Oh, are we not at proxy tier yet? Hopeless. Why are you on the field? You're not leveled up. You're level 1. What are you doing here? Sorry, did I accidentally send the wrong team in? Yeah, why are you here? You can't clash for shit. New Year's in 45 too? Ah, cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's New Year's in a while for me. A while. Morale support, yeah. 25! He's slash resistant too, so it didn't even deal that much damage to him. That's hilarious. Okay, I need to sort out this team for next turn, because this is absurd. This is not the right team. He lived, yeah, he did. He's still alive. Why isn't Heath leveled up? I haven't leveled him up. This isn't my main team. My main team's Rupture. I turned this on so I wouldn't have to think about what I'm doing. Because Bleed is just immortal, so you really don't need to think about what you're doing with it. Did you... Wow. Get KK-ish on the field. You'll never believe... He got a kill! No way! You'll never believe what level my KK Ishmael is as well. Yeah, you got a kill. Look at that. Notch one up on the board. Okay. 60 HP in a... Watch it. He'll be the most valuable player. Watch this. He's still not dead. Oh. He'll just never die. He's just too good. He's just too good. He's simply too good. Bleed team and also a pistol, yeah. I don't know why they're there. I really thought the team was set up better than it is. It's been a while since I've used a Bleed team. I love the ult skill too. It's so good. KGH has to nerf him? Precisely. Make him level, like, minus 50. That'll nerf him. Let's see. Will he get another kill? This is an important question. Ah, he's not going to get to use his skill. Oh, no, he might do. Honestly, I know I said I wasn't thinking, but I do actually want to see that used against that, because it'll deal more damage as well. You're unopposed. Flash that for me. There we are. Just, yeah, because it's... Wow. You've got no reuses. Cool. Stagger! Look at that! He truly is overpowered, actually. We should nerf him. Like, right now. That's going to be the next update. Nerfing... nerfing him. Yeah. Absolute goat. Look at that. Is he going to get the winning kill? Could he get the winning... He could, in theory, get the winning shot. I just realized he's now set to clash. There is not a... The goat. The goat. The goat. He got the winning kill. It's so stupid. Okay, hold on, let me fix this. Hello, Ace Dust, welcome to the channel. Would all members, please, spam lunacy in the chat. Now let me sort this out. Who do I not? You're not on the team at the moment. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, welcome to the channel, Astos. Thank you for joining. Keep Heathcliff. Well, I kind of have to keep Heathcliff now, don't I? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We gotta put the bleed IDs before the poise IDs, come on. Why is Heathcliff level 4? He doesn't need to be leveled, he's just too goated. If he was higher leveled, we would just destroy the Canto, so, you know. He's too good. We don't need him leveled. That's how good he is. Look at the fact that Maso has lost more clashes than this level 4 ID. You don't have one of the bleed dry issues? No, I don't. I get the feeling he may be about to die here. He got rolled that time. Okay. Okay, maybe he's not so goated. You've got to be. Okay, sure. Wow. Brilliant. Anyway, back to win rating. They have plot armor? Precisely. The allies have plot armor, otherwise we would have won that. Goat level 4 Heathcliff could never? Precisely. Oh. He had to sacrifice himself there. If he didn't sacrifice himself there, somebody else would have been hit by that skill, you know? You gotta think about these things. He thought about these things, because he's so goated. Anyway, yeah. I do love doing nothing. It's my favorite pastime. Oh no. Some burn damage. Whatever shall I do against that? Wow, that... Actually, this is the healing skill, so that is genuinely just... I mean, it's not the best thing. I would have preferred to use the other one, but also I can't be bothered to properly allocate skills here. I'm just gonna keep clicking win rate. Its battle theme is fire. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. I did actually hear... I'm not sure if this song is... Oh. Copyrighted or not. I mean, I hope it's not, because it's a cool song. It's kind of more fitting for the previous Canto, but hold on. There we are. Okay, music. Quiet. This is, there we are. Forward Romance, played and fully. Kind of loud. I just heard this the other day, like, because Crom posted on the Discord, and I've been listening to it on loop. Really like it. Once again, more fitting for the previous Canto, but still. Wayward. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I really like it. I like the tune of it. I mean, I'm trying not to talk over the music at the moment, so it's slightly awkward, but... We're about to absolutely destroy that pentaculum there. A little bit of overkill. Anyway. I just wanted to share that because I really liked it. Anyway, back to normal music. Kill them. When writing soft topic, my cat trying to steal my sandwich. Incredible. Okay, I'm gonna quickly take my jumper off. One moment. It is stupidly warm where I am, so... Like, yeah, whenever I use my computer for some reason, it gets prohibitively warm in my room, despite the fact that it's 2 degrees outside. Yeah, here we are. Wearing a jumper probably also doesn't help me, but... what was the song name? That was Wayward Romance. Hold on. By Flavor Foley. I mean, just looking it up so you can... Like, the symbol is way. Wayward Romance. Very good song. As we're battling our way through the escape spectacular, Goku came to a sudden stop. Wait, do you fellas hear something? It sounds like breathing. It's faint. I hear it. In this general direction. Maso stared at the giant containment chamber where it lay on the ground, smashed and knocked loose. How likely is that there might be a pataculum or an enemy combatant? Unlikely. The breathing is unstable in shadow, like that of a wounded human. Hey, Otis. It'd only be right we try and save this. There's even the smallest chance they're a survivor, right? I suppose that could leave a not-so-negative impression of us on the HQ. We knelt around the fallen door, slipped our fingers in the debris and lifted. The doors rose with a loud metallic creak. Oh, hello there. Underneath the door was a woman, her breathing shallow. Hey, she was one of Honoheim's researchers who guided us through the regular checkup. Alyssa. I'm Melissa. Yeah, I didn't think you'd remember my name. Alyssa slowly shared her name, her voice straining and squeezing the air out of her lungs. She was covering her chest with her hands, overcome with pain. Okay, Miss Alyssa, are you... Every breath hurts so much. I couldn't call out for help. Reminds me my boss used to say, we're not the main character. Stop being self-referential! Stop it! So the Provodio coin flip. We can only wait to see if it'll land, heads or tails. Alyssa let out a brief chuckle before wincing with pain. Lady, seems to me you're in plenty of pain. This is hardly the time to be joking about. Hold on, this steak? Alyssa's hand was grasped around the same spiral-shaped rod the bodies in the hallway were holding. What happened to her? The alarm system. Where's the steak now? The alarm didn't go off. Even the smallest accidents or issues trigger the alarm to go off in our department. Alyssa lost the clash! Yeah! Boss, Hohenheim was adamant about installing that system. Said that he didn't want to repeat the full Laboni Corporation. Well, a pain grimace crept into Alyssa's expression as she tried to calmly continue her explanation. It wasn't just from what was staked through her chest. The alarm system didn't go off, not even when the employees realized the facility was under attack. No, it's not supposed to behave that way. It wasn't. We waited quietly as Alyssa caught her breath and calmed down. The light suddenly died. We thought it was the experiment we were conducting. Boss groused from time to time about how much energy it eats. Damn it. I should have noticed that something was off. Alyssa blamed herself to no avail, her voice growing faint. So I thought it was just a temporary power outage. No one thought much of it, because it didn't trigger the alarm system. Yeah, it's understandable. I sent in the research order to review something, and That's when I heard the sound of dress shoes, click-clack echoing through the dark hallway. Not too slow, not too fast. A relaxed but disciplined gait. No one in our department walks like that. We're always so busy that we always walk in a slight jog. And then a terrible dying scream followed. Before the massacre began, like a hellish nightmare that just wouldn't end. No one knew what was going on. Help. Who's there? Ah! Oh, they can do the screaming better than me. All I knew was that I had to run. And something whistled through the wind and felt something hot across my chest. I looked down and saw this thing had pierced me. Then I passed out. When I woke up, somebody had forcefully unlocked all the containment units. Abnormalities, spectacular, even distortions running amok, and was pinned down by the containment unit door that got knocked off its frame. She went with Honheim or other people when it occurred. Boss must have been by the conference hall. Could you get the pen and paper from my pocket? Ussa drew a simple map on a piece of torn paper. I don't know if the others are safe, but follow this map and you should at least be able to see for yourself. Or at least get a clue of what happened. There, we get the general idea. Now let's have a look at that wound. Gregor replied calmly. Bollocks, the wound keeps bleeding. This ain't your usual weaponry. Oi, you recognize this? Heathcliff asked Otis with a powerful concern. From the way it looks, the more the victim moves, the deeper it will drill into their flesh. Perhaps a workshop product designed to stall and take combatants out of commission rather than to kill outright. If the assailant had the wherewithal to use weapons like this, then they could have very well easily killed the victims there and then too. Was the purpose really just to stall them, or was it some sick fascination? It seems that staying still was what saved your life. That was wise of you. Yeah, I don't know about wise. It hurt too much to even think about moving anyway. Perhaps thought that closes a wound or rapidly heals it be the remedy. Where would extract the vile weapon? The blood fiend is very good at blood clotting. Yeah, you're not going to walk around with that thing in your chest forever, right? Let's pull it out, get the wound treated. It's no use. Roche spat out a reply. It's no use? Is that kind of device that physically can't be removed? No. Pulling out isn't the hard part. It's just inadvisable. If you force it out of her, then she'll end up like those bodies in the hallway. Yeah. This spiral burrows endlessly to reach the other side. But paradoxically, it cannot punch through all the way, because it will never arrive at that point. Sweetheart, this is called a spiral. Once it is lodged inside the body, even the slightest movements will make it burrow deeper into the flesh, forcing the victim to remain perfectly still. It may not sting any worse than a prick of a thorn at first, but the more you try to yank it free, the further it draws into the body. But no matter how much it keeps digging in, it will never make it to the other side. The closer it gets to the end, the slower it becomes. It can never meet its endpoint. You know how to unlock it. I should really just keep Tifreth database open at all times. No way. Unlock reference. I'll give you the once you return with the job done. Remember, if you try to pull it out with it will tear out everything it tangled itself with as it bored through. So stay put exactly as you are if you want to live. All I could see were those fragments of our memories, its remnants. If you try to pull it out with the matching, then once again I recalled Ryoshi's shouting memories, with a distinct feeling of drawing something up to the surface. The scenes from our mutilated memories. As it was generally the case, I didn't know exactly how I did it. It just came naturally to me, the moment I wished for it to happen. See anything, Clock? Ryoshi, what of that spiral? Needs a certain combination of numbers, like a password. To resolve the spiral's paradox, you need to find the correct pair. If you try to pull it out with a matching number, then the sword and the scabbard, yin and yang, the past and the future, me and you, everything, regrettably, is paired together with an awfully stubborn connection. Do you understand what it means to die? What it means to sever something? For a brief moment, an odd expression appeared on Roche's face. White hair. You speak. The spiral can be disabled. It must have something to do with numbers, like the clock said. But I don't exactly remember what it needs. Know anything about a child's fake weapon called the tortoise spiral? It seems you come to understand, if only marginally, how Faust is to be used. Wikipedia. As I have visually observed the device, and Ryoshi has provided certain keywords to narrow the results, Faust can now know. Did you say you're to be used? Don't tell the Odyssey is real, that. They get awfully particular about these things. Ignoring the curious looks from the sinners, Faust carefully walks up to Jesus Christ. What was that joke? Faust carefully walks up to a body and unclasps a spiral from their hands. Xenon's tortoise spiral. That's what Faust calls this device. After some time, Faust pulled the bottom part of the spiral, opening its hatch. It's a lock. The spiral requires a 7-digit combination to release. Also, the spiral's infinitely burrowing nature, despite its inability to ever penetrate the heart, explains why Miss Alyssa's bleeding will not stop. If it's locked, then can't we use a ferry to open it? Fairy? Well, yes, but where are you going to get a fairy? She speaks of F-Corp singularity. If the spiral is locked, as you say, then would not a technology to unlock anything make for the perfect countermeasure? Theoretically, a fairy should indeed be able to unlock it. However, what must first be considered is the value of the technology applied to the spiral weaponry. Then only an expensive fairy would guarantee a successful outcome, which would be hard to come by at this immediate moment. Roche and the rest of us stared at the spiral lock with a degree of trepidation. We weren't going to be able to brute force a 7-digit lock. This probably wouldn't work, but can't we just start from 0 and go from that? So, each of the numbers, you have a possible 10 combinations. You have that 7 times over. Assuming you input a code once every second, it will take you that many hours, so it will take you about 115 15 days, or about 16 weeks. AKA too long. Who said it's base 10? It's a padlock. I mean, maybe it's not. Okay. The fact that he said 0, I'm assuming it's going to be base 10. Because they generally go 0 through 9. But, as is the case with most locks, a certain number of incorrect attempts would... Point taken. It's death, innit? Don't leave me alone. I'm scared.
솔직히 무서우니까 두고 가지 말아달라고 하고 싶거든요.
No way. It's a reference. Hey, look, there's a heart mentioned there. Look at that. It's a reference. But there might be survivors by the lab.
저희 팀장님
You know, our boss, he won't go down so easily.
차라리
Just go help them instead.
하지만 이대로면
But if we leave you like this, well, this isn't the worst way to go. This way, at least, I won't be going into some trivia book of stupid deaths, like 100 dumbest researcher deaths. Dang, you're quick. Yeah, I can type fairly quickly. Perhaps working under Hohenheim has influenced her to put on a mask of aloofness even in situations like these. But it's clearly taking considerable effort on her part to maintain it. Were we in another situation, I would have asked what there's 100 dumb ways to die were to alleviate the tension, but I held my breath and embraced the painful silence. Kanto's fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. Painful silence, no way, like the cousin of the we should return to thy side, young Alyssa. Shit, image didn't upload, incredible. What? I give thee my word, so hide as best as thou can when enemy approach. Thou mustn't yield now, I beseech thee. You better listen to lass, she ain't one for empty platitudes. Can't you literally stop, like, coagulate blood? You're a blood fiend. Take off the shoes. Coagulate blood. Problem solved. Oh wait, no, she goes mad when she takes off the shoes now. Don't take off the shoes. Bad idea. I retract my statement. I retract my statement. Yeah, okay. I won't give up. Thank you. C485. Risha quietly muttered to herself. Clock. I play a game of escape room? They have those in the city? I mean, it makes sense. What? This is very much like a game of escape room. We don't exactly call it a game of escape room. It's just an escape room. Have you ever played an escape room, Dante? To find the solution, you begin by gathering the clues. A game, huh? We learned not to do that the last time we were here. Let's repeat some mistakes. You want to say that researcher, don't you? Don't take off the shoes, the Odyssey had a purpose, will flip out! Then you need the serial number on that spiral. Every step we took away from Alyssa as she shuffled a slow death was painful. I wasn't even sure if we could save her life. Shadows beset the path ahead. Okay, so just remember that, cool. I didn't know we were doing an escape room now, but cool. What is this? Whoa, what do you mean 3,417? Okay. Huh. That suddenly is an image to be sent. Okay. I will flip out, I'm a member of the Odyssey. No. Oh, clear with... Okay, back to Rupture we go. Back we go. Enough fun with Bleed. Time to stop messing around with Bleed. Ishmael, who had been following the route Alyssa had mapped out, stopped in our tracks. Ishmael, what's the matter? Something about this seems off. I don't suppose Issue would ever read a map wrong. What's the matter? Yeah, we're heading the right way, but the thing is, this just seems too easy. What's wrong with that? Think back to the path we took to get here. Every other route was crammed with all kinds of obstacles to discourage us from taking a detour. The corridor to the left leading to the welfare department was closed off, and the one to the right leading to the facility management room was blocked with debris. It's as if they're corralling us down this route. I can't shake the feeling that we're chasing after the bait hooked on a fishing line. Well, can't say we're much of an alternative. A bit dodgy, yeah, but nothing we can do about it. It would be wise to stand wary. Hang on, Foul. Check this out. These are the traces of an escaped abnormality. Oh, abnormality type. Also, time. Also known as a Fey Lantern. We've encountered this abnormality more than once in the mirror dungeons. I did 15 mirror dungeons. You're right, by the way, Faust, but once. Because, Faust, I hate to break this to you. I did 15 mirror dungeons last season. For the past 8 or so months? No, hold on, how long was the season? For the past, let's go with 8 or so months. I did 15 mirror dungeons. Faust. I've not encountered them more than once. I've encountered them once. Precisely once. Oh, that tree thing. So this one's the original? I don't think Fey Lantern's the only abnormality that's broken free. Let's take them down and reduce them back to eggs. If they prey any survivors who stumble in here, that'll be real trouble. 8 months-ish? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so I've done 15 mirror dungeons in the past 8 months. I fought this thing very little. I can't quite remember how to do it. Because, well, I do know how to do it. Oh. Oh no. Okay, that's new. I see. I click spacebar again. How? Okay. Alright, well, at least we staggered, although that's really not that good, because I would prefer if we killed. Just damage. Just kill them. This one is based on the Refraction Railway. This was in Refraction Railway? Okay, there we are. Whoa, okay, I don't want to use Durante, not yet. Oh, wait, oh, you. Okay, let's see if we can win some coin flips, shall we, chat? Let's see. Can we get lucky? Why is... I've got a... You know, like when an eyelash is just in your vision there? Very annoying. Like, I can just see it out of the corner of my eye. So. Okay. Refraction Railway 2. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Sorry, I thought you meant, like, Refraction Railway 5? Or something? I was really confused. So I don't remember it being there. Here shows I use defense skills. Why would I use defense skills? They work perfectly fine without my defenses. Like, I guess they get that. That's cool and all, but also, I can just kill them. Like, look at the amount of skill 3s I have. Just pure RNG, but... Eyelashes, Philip mentioned. Insanity. Like, yes, I could use the defensive things, but why would I? I can just kill. I must admit, I don't know how to use them very well. I know how to use Malfaust, and that's about it. Look at all the death rites.
숨통 끊기.
Wow. Right. So what's actually... Oh, I don't want to do that. You would be reasonable to do? Yes. No, that's unclashable, so no. What do you do? Gain Strider Mao. You already have Strider Mao. You get that from your attacks, right? Or whatever you do. Oh, and then... Yeah, you lot just... Sure, slot all of these. Can I? No, they're unusable. Okay. Lovely. I actually have my damaging units here too, so that's fun. Okay, there we are. Oh, okay. He's not great enough genius to turn that curiosity into reality. Damn, okay. Wait. Is that pink ribbons in the background? Oh. It's probably a note meant to possible size. No reason not to leave it. Written by... Oh. Hello there. This entity abruptly escaped its containment unit during the assault. Reader's note should be warned that the entity shows some irregularities not been observed previously. Leader, the entity abruptly escaped its containment unit during the assault. Oh, no, wait, hold on. When a high number of employees within the research facility were killed, the Phalanx breached containment. Wait. Am I actually going to have to deal with them? Am I actually going to have to manage them? Because this is a real thing. Like, this is how they're phrased. When a high number of employees within the research facility were killed, the Phalanx breached containment. That would technically be Klypoth counter-lowered. Under the LC's abnormality control protocols, such an escape is only occur when an employee with inherently lower aptitude and exhibits an attunement level exceeding 75% with LC, or when the outcome of the managerial work is determined to be above very good. Why am I being described to with LobCorp details? The Phalanx, whose escape was triggered by the deaths around it, has deviated from its expected behavior pattern of preying on charm victims one by one, and instead began consuming multiple targets all at once. Presumably, the entity must have realized that food reserves are being rapidly depleted. Clark writes, yeah, so true. After Ezra destroyed the amending, after Ezra destroyed the luring unit twice, designated as Blue Fair in the LCB observation log, the Phalanx's aggressiveness significantly increased. At that point, Ezra was no longer affected by its charm. Based on these observations, I was able to establish a hypothesis that anybody who observes the Blue Fairy for at least 7 seconds and immediately destroys its head becomes immune to its influence. As effect, it applies only to the individual who destroys it, and this should not be much use to most researchers. I believe such a note to be consulted should the need arise. Addendum. When the Phalanx identified only a single individual, it did not attempt to charm them and instead appeared to wary enough to simply watch them. Yet due to the limited sample size, further confirmation will be necessary. That's quite a bit of useful tips. Well, now I think I have a rough idea how to deal with it. Alright, let's refer to this record for the intel and try suppressing it again. What did I actually learn from that? I was just going to keep beating it to death. Because, frankly, beating it to death was working. Do I... Hey, what are you at now? Oh, still at 0, because I've not had a chance to use you, actually. Neutral again, lovely. I have Yori go up. Let's use you to clash. That's not too good. I don't care if it's not optimal. It's too funny not to do. It's too funny not to do. What is this? This gives you Strider Woo. I should probably actually give them their status effects. I've not been doing that. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Okay, let's actually clash you there then. Okay. New status on you. Okay. Oh. Oh. Well, beating it to death appears to be as successful as it was before. Lantern to lantern communication, yeah. Oh, the pass is broken, so, he fucked up. Gregor will not be allowed to cook again in the future. Okay, well, at this point, other than you, who... I mean... Oh, okay. Cool. I get the feeling we kill here, frankly. Considering... Yeah, everybody has their skill 3s. I think we're good here. I think we're good. Yeah. Cool. Very nice. I'm assuming the speed kill strategy for that is just the exact same way people dealt with it in Railway 2. Although I don't actually remember how they did deal with it in Railway 2. But still. Oh wait, no, we already did that. Wayward. Okay, another boss fight. This truly is Rupture. Rupture's Canto. Look at this. 1,000 more years of Rupture. I'm just going to beat you to death. Okay, I'm going to try using all of these to start with. Unlike I did last time. You actually need some help clashing, apparently. Leave that one. Great. No reading lore logs. No. Okay, wow, I love having no sanity. It's my favorite part of this game. Losing clashes, then not being able to get sanity back, so just losing more clash. I love it. Truly, it is my favorite part of the game. Okay. Oh yeah, that worked at least. Bye-bye. Okay, at least killing these gives us a little bit of a chance to do things. Let's not use your skill 3, you don't really need it at the moment. Oh. I forgot none of us want to hit heads. My bad. I thought we were actually going to be dealing damage here, guys, so, you know, I misprepared. Okay, Rhodey is moderately locked in. Okay. Now... That feels like overkill. Let's not do that, actually. I don't feel like wasting my actually useful skill 3s on basic portals. I'm sure the portals are very hard and, you know, dangerous if I leave them, but also they're my skill 3s, so... I'll use you because you're, like, yeah. There we are. I killed 0 portals. Don't you have the second turn to kill portals? Doesn't it count on both? Because now I killed all portals. Oh no, he still gets all of the buffs. Unfortunately for him, we are the Heisho, so I am about to beat his ass 10 ways by Sunday. 10 ways from Tuesday, that's the proper way you're supposed to say that sentence. What do I have to clash at? 24. Hello, Malfaust. Right. Brilliant. Go Rupture stacking. Right. And here we are. Go again, yep, cheers. Brilliant. Left blade nearly destroyed. Oh, left blade will be destroyed from this. Oh, it wasn't. Damn. Is this still the left blade, or...? No, now we're onto the right blade now. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think letting them get that was really much of an issue. Oh no! 29 damage. God, whatever shall I do? Yeah, I don't really care. You actually take that. You can deal some damage to that, why not? Yeah, what a boss, right guys? What a boss. Unfortunately for the boss, we're the Heisho. So, yeah, there goes all of his HP. Oh, I don't actually get to use Malfaust's thing here because we killed him too quickly. Damn. Oh, there's that part broken. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Time to die. Even with all of his buffs, there was nothing he could do there. Forgot how depressingly easy the Heisho make this game at times. Yeah. I don't think I'm even using them properly. Incredible. Thank you, Malfaust, for your... Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all, actually. Doubt. What? Well, here we go again. Hello. I hear you do things now. Shame I can't read any of them. Oh wow, okay, we're getting the ball started, ball rolling early here. Got it, good to know. God, we are really just, you know, heading out of the gate swinging here. Holy. Okay, here we go. You know, if you win clashes, it helps. You know, if Ebony Queen could stop rolling heads, I'd be really happy. And we could all stop rolling tails. None of... I'm gonna actually lose it. Okay, there's a heads. There's a heads. Okay. Finally some heads rolls. No reading. Who needs reading? Oh, the assist defense didn't trigger. That's a shame. Yeah, no, this really shouldn't be an issue. It's Ebony Queen's apple. Like, unless they pull something absurd out of their pocket, they are Ebony Queen apple. There's not much they can do to make themselves hard to deal with. Root Spike. Oh no, I guess Malfaust will have to just tank a hit. Not like that's what she's good for. That or anything, you know. Right. I mean, technically I should probably use Yisang, but yeah. Once again, I really don't need to play optimally here. I'm discussing this as if these bosses are going to pose much of any of a threat at all, but no, they're really not. Anyways, the idea. So, I'm assuming some of you will know Belatra's multiplayer mod, because I think it makes it quite fun. But so the idea would be using mirror dungeons effectively. So to begin with, both sides would be able to ban 3 IDs from the collection of every ID, or like a variable amount of IDs. And then this randomizer will randomly pick 1 ID for each identity. Oh, we actually won the clash. We'll randomly pick a set of 12. And then you also get to ban a certain amount of packs from showing up. And then it'll randomly generate a team and the path of the packs you have to take. And then the goal is to go through this mirror dungeon using this team. You can use whatever IDs you want from that ID lineup, as in, you will have your 12 IDs and you can put whoever you want onto the field. And the goal will be, at each boss, you have to clear it in fewer turns than your opponent does. And whoever clears it in the fewest turns possible, as in, the person who clears it in the longer amount of turns, as in if your opponent clears it quicker than you, you lose a life. And the goal is to be last person remaining. You start with 3 lives, which means that it should only ever reach floor 5, provided it doesn't tie. And yeah, that's the idea. And I really like it. I think that really has potential. I would have preferred, if there was a way in the game to track how much damage somebody had done, I would have done that instead, because I feel like that works better. But sadly, that's not... I don't have that power. That is not something I am able to do, because that would require Leave, and also convincing other Project Moon YouTubers to use Leave. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, that will be New Year for some people now. It's currently 4 PM for me, so it's a little bit far off yet for me. But, how's the beer debt? Crippling as always. Yes, crippling as always. Whoa, okay, that was a lot of ties. Oh, stagger, nice. That trimmer burst really wasn't necessary there. But yeah, I'm curious to see if anybody would be interested in seeing that sort of idea. Because I would probably have to do, first of all, a bit of coding to actually, you know, make the thing work. But yeah, I think it would be interesting to see. That works. Sounds fun, to be honest. Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, because, so, I was just thinking about earlier, I'm thinking I may, obviously, every Project Moon YouTuber who isn't me is going to be preoccupied with this new Canto release for the next 10 months. Oh, did I really not get to use that? Oh. But the idea would be, I might ask Frey if they want to try it out. By the way, should I be destroying this? Because I know it will make them weaker, but also, like, apply mouse skill... Why do you not have that yet? Okay. Apply mouse skill 3 to wounds. Like, I think it's fairly self-explanatory. The plan explains itself here. Right. Still traceless to sight and sound for some reason. One moment, chat. A lot of people making noise. Makes it stronger if the roots aren't taken out first? Ah, well, I mean, the roots are taken out, so they now have 8 fragile. Yeah. But yeah, see, because in an ideal world, I would be able to... My ideal world for it would be to have a set seed for Mirrodon. Like, if you allow me to say what my ideal multiplayer mod would be, you would have a way to be able to set seeds, because I think that would be really good. And then you would have every boss encounter would effectively, rather than being a specific boss, it would be a stage that lets you calculate how much damage you can deal. And the person who deals the most possible, like the highest damage in that final boss check, the boss check of each floor, would be the one who doesn't lose a life. Because that would be my ideal for the multiplayer mod. But yeah, as is, I just sort of have to make do with base Limbus functions. No. I think it's this way. This is the only area with lights on. It says broadcast sector. Can someone tell me? Coming here was the right decision? All the other routes were blocked off, save for the one leading to this sector. Looks like we'd end up here, one way or the other. It's hard to see anything when it's this dark. Why do I get the feeling we're about to walk into a final boss fight of this? Wouldn't the strat just then to be set up Tremenuke? But your IDs are randomized. Your team of 12 is entirely randomized. So you would, yeah, if you did have the possibility to set up a Tremenuke, then yes, it would be the optimal strategy, but you might not have any of the IDs that can do that. With most of the power down, the door shouldn't be locked. Stop. Taking the step closer, you'll be forcing a hand. A familiar voice boomed from a loudspeaker, delivering a sharp warning. The entire area is laden with security landmines. Even if you somehow oh, it's Moses. Even if somehow managed to get past the minefield, you have to face the rest of us. I'm warning you, every one of us here is combat ready. And if you even think you're stronger than us, we have well, this is probably Ezra. Then we have self-destruct devices, bombs filled with super mini sawteeth, shrapnel. Hold on a second, what's it supposed to say? The heck? And I thought my handwriting was bad. Oh, here. Throwing this bomb will result in an explosion that covers a 100-meter radius zone from the detonation point. Hey, that's a taboo violation, you know. At least try to come up with something actually convincing. Anyways, turn around, walk right away now. We're going to bury all yours with us under this facility. We can hear everything, you know. It's highly probable the bomb is a bluff. Any bomb that falls under the category of explosives must be planted on an object or surface per the rules set by the head. Huh. Wait, can't you just put the bomb down? What? Is it going to make too much snowballing if the person is winning? Like maybe give something to the losing side. I mean, yeah, you could probably do cost to balance the losing side. I'm not sure really how you'd balance it, because it would have to be something that would have to be played to be balanced, first of all. Sadly, yeah, we can't actually do that, because, yes, Project Moon doesn't like mods for this game. Sure, but I wasn't bluffing about the landmines. Take one more step forward and bolts of overcharged electricity will make a barbecue out of you. As the voice behind the microphone began to grow increasingly irritated, it also became even more familiar. I was pretty sure I'd heard it somewhere before. According to Alyssa, Honheim should be around here somewhere. Wait, did you say Alyssa? That voice. It seems we're not mistaken. Now I suddenly recognize this voice. That voice I'd rather not welcome tells me these individuals are good to be let through. That voice Faust would rather not welcome tells Faust these individuals are good to be approached. A heavy thunk, and then the doors of the broadcast sector inched open. Before you could even take a proper look at the people holed within. Well, you guys, you should have told us sooner. Remember me? Yeah, hello, Ezra. Oh, it's Miss Ezra. Jesus. The height difference. We came face to face with Ezra, who'd video called us with a plethora of information on Bloodfiend's prior to mission in Lamantraland. How'd you save the day in Lamantraland? And all thanks to yours truly, I bet. So can you tell me which one's the Bloodfiend extraordinaire on your team? Huh? Well, that's... We don't need to skip the pleasantries for now, Ezra. Chat, why are you going mad over Ezra? Next person shot was Moses. I saw him in the video call too. Team leader at the LCD, if memory serves right. It's the old shed and image. Right. Team leader at LCD, if memory serves right. When you threatened us with that nonsense about bombs, Ezra? I mean, what other choices did I have? We're starting to believe there are survivors out here, and then bam! A dozen or so footsteps rushing a sector out of nowhere. We couldn't even check you guys were, because our screens were all busted. Ezra gestured towards the blank surveillance screen to the broadcast sector with a chin. This is a trap. For information, Mr. Genius over there is trying to fix security cameras. He also said it's going to take a while with the power outage, though. I didn't expect I passed across for anything good, but I suddenly never pictured it happening like this. Underneath the array of monitors, Ezra pointed out, we found Honheim, looking even more haggard than we remembered. He gives a faint, unwelcoming nod as he fiddled with a tangle of wires. Hello, I'm relieved to see there are any injured among you. Martin stepped forth and offered us the greeting Honheim chose to skip. In any case, you say it was Alyssa who left you know of your location? If she's not with you, she must either be gravely wounded or already dead. She's badly hurt, yeah, but we're searching for ways to help her. Ishmael gave Honheim a blanched look, as though she was taken aback by his cold certainty regarding his own subordinate's fate. Those rocks are actively falling. Searching. You talk as if you're playing a game of scavenger hunt. It might have been better under misery than in there. What? Haven't you seen how we handle things? She's still got a shot, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Please don't misunderstand. Some of these assailants, they seem to enjoy torturing their victims. That's what's keeping our boss on edge. Boss and I were in the laboratory when the attack started. There weren't many employees around the broadcast site to happen to be close by. Probably the only reason we're able to find cover here in one piece. No, they let you here. They definitely let you here. Verily, young Alyssa shall persevere steadfastly. We have vowed— floating rock. Yeah, they are just floating, actually. They're not falling. We have vowed to return and deliver her from death. Thank you. I'm sure Alyssa is hanging on to your promise. Sorry to break up this touching moment, but if you're here, that color fixer should be on his way too, right? Where the heck is he now? I wonder if he's already to find the attackers. Ezra. Moses, who had been staring at Otis since we came in, turned her gaze towards Ezra. Team leader, if we can regroup the red gaze, I think we'll have more than enough fighting chance to even without a baby bee. Huh? Yes, but it would seem that Red's gaze is not here with them. Just look on their faces enough to confirm that. Well, huh? What the heck are you peeps doing here without him? Ezra's face immediately soured the moment she realized Virgilius wasn't with us. Her voice crashed over us like that of a host shrieking at uninvited guests barging into our home. It's not like we came here with our own because we wanted to. Vespa. I see. Like the scooter. Or is it a small car? Guide Bud held up by an assailant. Rosha says she's called the Thumb Nurse Father from the House of Spiders. And probably a tough adversary too, just like those who are assaulting the facility. Dante, I'm doing the Ruina solo challenge. I'll come after Dante. Yeah. Her combat prowess is not to be underestimated. How is she compared to Euryalus of the Argus unit? Around the same level, I would say. Wait, if you know that names, that means Moses didn't grace Otis with a reply. Instead, she closed her eyes, seeming lost in a brief reverie. And soon returned to the subject's hand if she were done sorting out her thoughts. Yeah, okay, so they're definitely both Ujat members. Ujat? How do you pronounce that? Ujat? Yeah, not sure. Karen, is she taken hostage? Huh? How'd you know that? You mentioned the attacker in the singular. Perhaps just a slip of the tongue, but I suspect it was a single enemy, if not a small number. Furthermore, despite coming here without the bus driver, none of you seem particularly convinced that Red Gaze would be able to quickly dispatch the assailant and join you. Give it to our team leader. Just give it to our team leader. Just one look is enough for her to figure it all out. Anywho, did you happen to encounter anyone on your way here? Just some particular mannequins. Sorry, hold on. Is this how they pronounce this in Korea? Or write that in Korea? Because that's not how you spell mannequin. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a reference to the fact that they're made out of people, but like, you spell mannequin like this. This is a mannequin. That's like, I'm assuming that's just a pun on man, right? Because they called it that in Ruina, and I always thought, oh, it's just a pun. But like, why do they all refer to them like that? Ishmael Belly managed to wrest control of the conversation amid the barrage of questions. You're both from LCD. What are you doing here in the HQ where the LCE is? Well, about that. The LCE was supposed to make an important progress report today. Apparently it's a really important presentation too, receiving bazillions of reminders about how it's mandatory attendance event and everything. Right, team leader? Feels like everyone's overlooking how really busy our department is. Sorry to buy your wording, but it is indeed a really important presentation. Yeah, for you maybe, but my department is also really, really... Hang on. I don't think that's the crux of the matter right now. Just an alt spelling? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I've just never seen it. The presentation did not happen. As such, we're unable to assess its importance at the moment. Whatever is the case, the event was what required us LCD members to be present here at the LCE department. Apparently mannequin is for medical training / art, while mannequin is for fashion. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, team's grown size. Take that. I was told you'd met before. A familiar silhouette set forward from the opposite side, someone you didn't expect to encounter here of all places. I regret that we must always meet in the midst of plight such as this. I trust you have been well. Hello there. I'm saying do. It's been too long. Last I seen, you were punched in the face. Is Mr. Bamboo-Headed Kim still in recovery? Momentous flesh has long since healed. It'll take some time as his mind regains its former tranquility. However along the wait, endure it I must. I have faith to recover in due time. Until then, in silence shall I atone for the transgression I have committed. She's got the armband. I'm not sure what that armband is, but she does have an armband, in fact. Engdu appeared to be referring to how she ran Bamboo had Kim through with her sword under the monolith's distorting influence. Still, I'm glad you seem to be adjusting well to life at the LCD. Sinclair caught the shadow flickering across Engdu's face and swiftly stepped up to lighten the mood. I would say I was taken in, but I am deeply grateful regardless. Mantra and I have nowhere left to call home. But someday we'll... Homeland? No way? Return to escort together. Looks like she's trying her best to fit into. It's always hard to get settled in, no matter where you start from. Now that we're growing acquainted with one another, let's move on to the issue at hand. What, you mean the death and destruction happening on outside the doors? Yeah, no, them. Fairly important. More reading. Not that I don't like the reading, but also, like, I'm waiting for the boss to show up. The first order of business is intelligence sharing and deductive reasoning based on the available information. My team and I were attacked in the hallway connected to the conference hall. That guy was, I'll be straight with you guys, super duper strong. I would have stood my ground if only Hornet, that dumbass, were here. By Hornet, you're referring to the junior of our team, but he's really strong. He's so strong that, I've got it. There was this time when I was, what was it again? Some kind of pastry, I think? Anyway, I got me some bread snack on later, and that split second my back was turned, Hornet, that arsehole, swiped it right off my plate. Silk Song reference. I got so pissed off that I punched him right in the solar plexus to get him to cough it up, and he went oof and swallowed my bread anyway. Like, does that make any sense to you guys? Yeah, okay. I guess that makes him strong. Although Ezra's anecdote wasn't very illuminating, none of us bothered to ask for further clarification, as it seemed the only way to get an objective measure of the Hornet's strength was to let her punch us in the solar plexus as well. So what's this Hornet up to now? Ishmael peeked her out as she was expecting him to pop out from a hiding spot in the broadcast center. Oh, you're gonna lose your mind when you hear this. Listen up. What he's... Not yet, Ezra. Up to is a secret. It's classified stuff. Ezra trailed off awkwardly. I tend to analyze my enemies with observation and deduction. I try to identify their unique colors. No way, it's a color matching reference. The kinds of weapons they use, their methodologies, whether they enjoy the slaughter or avoid it, their attitudes towards battle, all of it. Once I have that, I can get an idea of where to begin my counterattack, or what kind of weaknesses of theirs I can exploit. That's how I've usually opened my path forward. But he... Moses inhaled sharply as though she missed her smoking pipe, which was nowhere to be seen at this moment. It was chaotic. I could not identify a single pattern in his behavior. That's because he's an index member. He is an empty shell. Yes, thank you. His act of killing lacks any emotional touch. And that is why you couldn't get a read on him. Exploit weakness reference. On the other hand, you appear so clearly to me. You seem so anxious to cut something down. Is that correct? You are broken, shattered, but every shard is keen and transparent, like a hail of small blades. A glass-like sword of many edges, so fragile with its futile wish to sever away what can be severed. What is it that grasps so tightly in that scarred hand of yours? Little shit. What are you peeking into? Hey, don't talk to our team leader like that. Just as Ezra were about to give her a storm warning, Honenheim stepped in and changed the subject. To add to that, Barden here and I were in front of the laboratory when it occurred. At first, it began with the sound of rushing wind, something large and heavy cleaving through the air, the kind of sound one should never come to expect from an apartment like ours, so full of delicate machinery and containment units. It happened right in front of my eyes. Something snapped the employee was walking only a step ahead of me in half. And the first thing that came to my mind was this. Did an anomaly breach containment? But if it was such a case, the alarm should have gone off. So far, this tracks with what Miss Alyssa told us. She said there wasn't any warning at all before the attack. Once I got a better look at what it was, I realized it was neither abnormality, attaculum, nor extortion. It was a massive scabbard. When I looked towards where the scabbard came from, there stood a man who presumably threw the weapon, reading a book like he was out on a stroll. And the book was... Matthias? Matthias? He must have been reading his Book of Vengeance. First the thumb, and now the middle. You missed the index there. I said, and I'm still processing what just happened, when Boss grabbed my arm and started running. I couldn't look back. I heard screaming from dozens of people, but you seem to be fond of recounting unnecessary details. Only after arriving here at the broadcast sector did I remember that Alyssa was still out there. You reckon Martin's antlers get caught on door frames? You know, like that one stormtrooper thing in Star Wars, where the guy runs through and like bonks his head on the thing? I reckon that happens when he starts running through doors. When one's life is at risk, the brain instantly reduces the processing of information to the bare minimum required for survival. It's only natural. But I was the last person who handled that research proposal, boss. Alice should have been at conference hall too, with us. Hey listen, if you want to look back and nitpick at literally everything you did in the past, we're going to be here forever. I know it might sound like a bit of an empty platitude, but focus on what we can do right now. What we're going to do forward, okay? You'll have time for regrets later. Foreshadowing is illiterate. I suppose so. You just saved my boss once, so I guess it's only right to show more faith in you people than anyone else. I'd like to clarify that the saving was but a part of the experiment, but given the urgency, I'll forgo a more detailed explanation. Looks like we're all caught up then. Good. Now let's show what we know. Moses began laying out the situation with the expertise befitting of a leader of the LCD. Today, intruders act the LCE department situated in the basement of HQ. We lost control of the entire LCE facility, save for our current location. Every sector has been neutralized with a single pair of intruders. Wow, that is a lot of danger icons. Any survivors who are conscious enough to communicate properly is already here. After the attack, every containment unit was also forcibly unlocked, adding even more fuel to the fire. We are beset by foes on every side. A search for a foothold is a difficult one indeed. Darn. If only surveillance cameras weren't busted. I'd love to be able to keep track of their whereabouts. As I've repeated many times today, we are attempting to bring back to operational status. You speak of restoring a sabotaged power grid like it's a task as simple as wiping with one's glasses. More than anything, we need these two pieces of information at the present. 1. Who are the attackers? And 2. What objective brought them to LCE? The man we encountered seemed to have a one-track mind, set squarely on killing as ordered. But there are far too many threads that point towards a motivation more complex than infiltrate the facility and slaughter its employees with abandon. Moses' deduction aligned with Otis's. If the assailant's goal was truly nothing more than slaughter, their first goal of action should have been to unlock the containment units. The intruders are... yes. I have enough evidence to at least get a general idea of whom they may be. Do elaborate. There's the thumb nurse father who's stolen the red gaze, then there's a member of the middle who attacked the researchers, and we've seen evidence of Ring's involvement too, given the presence of corpse mannequins. At least 2 or more fingers are involved in this attack. You're missing the index in the middle. The thumb. The vile cur the Kurakumo clan serves are here. This is quite odd. Lady Moses, the fingers not hostile against one another. Those ilk have no business coming within even a sleeve's breadth of each other, save when compelled to attend assemblies such as the Finger Bow Bell, where they oft quarrel to no end. Correct. But consider this from the opposite perspective. There must be something of enough importance for the officers of each finger to put aside their differences and work hand in hand. Spiders. Or the nurse fathers of the House of Spiders. That's what they're called. And we've just snared ourselves in the web they've spun. The fingers rarely ever cross the line they've drawn between each other. This strange entanglement certainly is a deviation. Nurse fathers, was it? Seems like a terribly meaningful title to me. I think presume that the House of Spiders is a place to raise something, or someone. Sorry chat, just a lot of noise going on. Very annoying. Trying to get the noise to stop. But yes, okay. I presume that... because the House of Spiders is a place to raise something, or someone. To have such high-ranking officers of each finger gather at one place to nurture someone. One might think that it hardly makes any sense, and indeed it doesn't. What if their purpose itself is just as outrageous? That would, paradoxically, explain how they've come together. Ryoshu, is it? You seem to be inextricably tied to that place. Uh-huh. So it'd be similar to like the palm of the hand where the 5 fingers connect? Maybe. I'm not sure. What does this mean? I know what you want. Ah, she just said, I know what you want. No need. I can understand her abbreviations. But I can't tell you what I know, because it's all broken. The place, the memories attached to it. I can see how they've shattered. You don't have to recall everything. All I need to know is what that outrageous purpose is. What is it? Me. To forge me in a blade that cuts through all. But I left that place behind. Ryoshu, can you tell us anything more? Shame, but that's all I have, Clock. I don't remember much more than that. Even if I did, it's not an easy thing to speak of. Ryoshu let out a protected sigh, just as Moses did earlier, the long exhalation of someone who clearly craved a puff of smoke. It betrayed the aloofness she projected. Come to think of it, Ryoshu hasn't been smoking at all since we got here. Or maybe since the truck.
시계.
Clock.
저자가
Like she said,
말한
and
것처럼.
like what you've seen, my mind is a mess. I have questions of my own, but the answers elude me. But maybe the pieces can be put together using your hints, like the one you gave me earlier. So you have to solve this together. This puzzle, or this game of escape room. Ryoshi muttered placidly. If it's you the House of Spiders wants, then I must ask you to entertain this question. Why did they bother attacking the HQ? Oh? As Moses began her explanation, Ryoshi looked in the direction with mild amusement. When you said you left the House of Spiders, I presume you mean escaped it. Members of different fingers are hardly the kind of people to fraternize even on a good day, but this alliance of sorts they call the House of Spiders persisted even after your departure. At a glance it may only appear that they were simply waiting for your return, but given their behaviours today, they don't strike me as a particularly patient group as a whole. In other words, I find it suspicious that they decided to act now. If they were desperate, they would have made the move long ago. This leads me to believe that they were waiting for the right time. Whichever is their motive, Ryoshi, whether it's getting you back or doing something else, the fact remains they have chosen this particular moment to act. The nurse for the House of Spiders we encountered, she made way for us so that Ryoshi could come to the HQ research facility. She harbored such intense and complicated feelings for Ryoshi, but I don't think I get any sense she was trying to kill or take Ryoshi with her. They were waiting and waiting. No way, unbeatable reference. But she said the nurse fathers were waiting for me here. Clearly they're here to see me. Weirdo detective. Alright, you. Hey, what the hell's your problem? Be calm, please. It is best we don't interrupt their conversation. In intense dialogue shall they find and draw out the answer. Let us not dare stem this course. It is a fair assumption the nurse fathers of the House of Spiders have attacked this place to provoke you. However, I can't seem to shake the thought they must have a distinct objective. If they are indeed after Ryoshi and only Ryoshi, then choosing a specific time and place hardly seems to serve that purpose. The intervals between each of the sinners are different, but once a sinner's turn ends, another begins, every single time without failure. This case has everything to do with Ryoshi. I believe, without a shred of doubt, that it's her turn. Could you imagine the twist if it's not? Could you imagine the twist if it's not? Imagine that. It's not... all this time, it's followed a pattern every single time, and now... No, it's not her turn. Once the sinners relayed my words, Moses fell into brief contemplation and began to mutter a sequence of words. Limbus Company, the mirror, glass window, the form rail corp, extracted ego, enkephalin, psychoments, abnormalities, monolith, sinner Ryoshi. It's Faust's turn, precisely. I can't think of too many things in the LCE research facility that could be what the House of Spiders is after. By process of elimination, the only reason answer can be deduced as follows. They're here for the golden bows. So that's how it is. Psych, it's Yisen Kanto Part 2. Yeah, baby. Moses is right. It's become very important for us to look into Ryoshi's past, to reach in and see what lies there, but LCB's goal, its journeys and its stories have always been bound to the same terminus, obtaining the golden bows. Honenheim. Where are the golden bows in this facility located? The manager would like to know the location of the golden bows. It's at a laboratory in this facility. Honenheim's gaze turned to me. Perhaps he's looking at clock hands on my head. Very well. I suppose there's no way I'm sharing the contents of our presentation. Honenheim's answer sounded more like a prolonged sigh. It was a presentation regarding our progress in the golden bow experimentation. An unlimited group of individuals with the clearance to access the contents of their presentation does not include members of the LCB. Boy, aren't we the ones risking our necks out there to collect those bows? How come we're not allowed to... I'm not the one who describes the scope of our facility. That would be, I'm assuming, if you would allow me to look somebody up. I'm assuming the person that chooses that would happen to be, this person here. Anyway. Honenheim, your concern is understandable. The company maintains tight control over any information regarding the golden bows. There's no way to know, at this moment, what the consequences of leaking this information without the company's explicit consent might be. If the worst comes to worst, we might even be subject to a memory wipe procedure. Unbelievable. We're stalled by some red tape at an extingent circumstance like this. What do you expect from a company practically built on secrecy and suspicion? Anyway, assuming the risk of diversion of this information are understood and accepted by all parties present, let me get straight to the point. The golden bows, we were experimenting with the grafting the retrieved bows onto one another. Grafting the bows. Then was the purpose to combine the bows to form a singular tree? Nothing slips by a fellow researcher, I suppose. That's not that hard to see. Oh, man, we tried sticking these branches together. Oh, this is a real thinker. Are you trying to make a tree? Correct. We're incubating the golden bows under a very special environment to create a sapling. We haven't yet managed to graft them together into a proper tree, no, but the horizon is in sight. Today was the day it was a successful experiment with certain major characters and teams within the company. Until this happened. Tree of Light, yep, everybody get ready. It's right, here it is, back again. The golden bows are at the laboratory. Then we have to get to the laboratory before they do and secure the golden bows. Bows. That's not... bows, bows. I feel certain that that's both the correct way to say it. Anyway, we can't just waltz out on our own while this whole place might be crawling with enemies, right? Is there any way we can get in touch with HQ right now? Did HQ even receive your support request? We did send a rescue signal to HQ an hour ago, but we have no way of knowing whether it received. The attackers destroyed all our outgoing transmitters earlier. As long as they received a signal, any signal, it shouldn't take long until they recognize the LCE is under attack by an overwhelming force. Assuming the LCA is sent to support units, do we have an estimate of how long it might take for them to arrive? Even if they have to navigate around the inaccessible passages currently present in the facility, it should be no more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes? And they should have been here already. They've either failed to receive their transmission, or the power outage has trapped the reinforcements in the elevators. Yeah. If it weren't for Miss Sao bringing us up to speed, we wouldn't have thought of using the back door to come straight to this facility. If such is the case, then we only need to reboot the power divider in the facility management room. Hey, Mr. Big Brain. If we're going to restore this department from shutdown state, we gotta take out all the distortions and abnormalities sauntering about, right? In order to perfectly restore the facility? Yes. This place has been designed to be quarantined from every other department if even a signal abnormality is breached to its hallways. No use sitting around putting our heads together then, hey? Right? Hey, if you guys are scared of some abnormality distortion, leave it to us, we'll kick their butts. Never said they're scared, I'm just saying, we could benefit from practicing a bit of caution. It would be wisest to prioritize restoring power to the facility. It seems these attackers are making effective use of the dark. I see. Executive Manager, I am of the opinion that we must split our force in order to facilitate our operation, given the urgency of the situation. The situation looks rather pressing for us to sit here and waste time debating what to tackle first. Wouldn't it be cool if we got a split path? Once I know an agreement, Otis quickly took control of the situation. Listen up, men. Prepare for two things, reconnaissance and extraction. Huh? Extraction? You mean escape? Assuming that LCA's support will arrive, it would serve us best to move in tandem with them to improve our chances of launching a joint attack with numerical advantage over our enemies. Also, we have to stay mobile. We've held this position for too long. Our enemies will methodically kill and comb through the entire facility until they find what they're looking for. The more we remain stationary, the more likely we are to encounter them, and that will only elevate the risk of total obliteration. Makes sense. Besides, the others here ain't like us. Once they get killed, it's over for them. No. Yes, kind of. If you can save their head, no. That's what life insurance is for. But still. Another thing. Don't forget that we have to reach the golden bows before enemies do. Whichever we end up prioritizing, we won't get anything done by staying holed up in here. If you can stop them dying, then... No, wait, no, the brain always allows for resuscitation. That's, like, the head's main rule. It's just that... Yeah, what, huh? They're fine if they die. Presumably they will have life insurance. Very well. Then if we leave all this place at the same time, why should we prioritize? We have many pressing tasks, as you explained. Golden bow retrieval, facility power restoration. There's a time limit on you think? Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. The facility management room to store power to the facility, the laboratory, and the area with the damaged circuitry are all located far from each other. We divide and conquer. Securing the golden bow, restoring power, and suppressing abnormalities to clear a path through reinforcements. They're all equally important and must be resolved concomitantly. And to do so, we must split up the squads based on our expertise. Yeah, alrighty, we work better as a separate unit anyway. The LCB will be in charge of securing the golden bow, as our executive manager here has the ability to detect it whenever they're in proximity to one of them. Oh, kind of like a metal detector? How dare you compare the executive manager to... I'll let that one slide, given the urgency. Anyway, we would like to leave abnormality, distortion, and pentacular suppression to the LCD. Gotcha. That's totally our bread and butter. How many difficult abnormalities and distortions did you have contained in the facility? Combatants of your prowess should have no trouble suppressing most of them. Save for 2, however, that might pose some trouble. Take these micro-communicators with you. We use these to communicate between laboratories. While it has limited range, it should be useful enough for relaying the suppression tactic for each entity you come across. Perfect. Usuki is a means of communication. As for restoring power to the facility, I would like to designate that task to the LCE personnel here. Assuming you're best acquainted with the layout of this facility of all of us. A reasonable choice. The layout of this facility is far more complicated than it might have first appeared to you. There's indeed one way to describe it. Abysmal cable management! Please. Consider it but a representation of the entropic escalation phenomenon. Despite the way it looks, the setup is quite stable. Martin gave a handful of tiny radios to Otis, who distributed them to all of us. Very well. Don't forget to keep each other updated. The acrid stench of smoke I'd much rather leave buried in the past keeps coming back. Yeah, absolutely awful cable management. Honestly, awful. Tear up the entire facility and rebuild it. More reading. Okay. Look. I understand you're not supposed to read all of this out loud, but my voice is getting tired. Can we please have some combat now? Don't forget, the golden bows are kept within a preservation container. Take extra care when you handle it. Just turn that on, because it's getting far too warm. Hope you like reading. Yeah. Okay. We've been working on butts off to those shiny twigs too. We know how fat they're worth not to throw them out willy-nilly. Greg's comment did nothing to deter Honheim, who kept voicing in his warnings again and again. Alright, lab's that way, and the facility management room is... Ezra is tracing the available routes to guide the LCD team members who arrive with Moses. While others crept down the corridor, alert for any dangers lurking in the shadows. What was that? There's a wall dropping down? Huh, hey, watch out you guys! The corridor was thrown in complete chaos. Sinclair, this way! Huh, I can't, it's too far. Is everyone alright? It would seem that a quarantine system designed for abnormality containment reaches had just been activated. So, who had been standing close by, replied in a monotonous voice. Anxiously said when I looked around. That was close. That wall nearly flattened us into pancakes. We were but a breath away from disaster. Shabby thing. What a waste of time. Just when I didn't think it'd get any worse, it did. Wasted time. Where's Ryoshi, by the way? Manager Esquire, where art thou? Sinclair and Donkey were desperately calling out from the other side of the wall. Hey, I think this is the first time we've been so completely separated from Dante. No! No, the bastion of my rupture team! Then we can't even afford to get hurt. I didn't see abnormalities around. Now they've taken over the security wall controls too. They've effectively forced us to split up. Not to worry, Executive Manager. This is only a minor setback. Allow me to resume command of the unit for the time being. Hello? That's the first thing you're worried about? Shouldn't you be more concerned about Dante? This is going to be quite the predicament. Honheim let out a heavy sigh. Are you right, team leader? I am. At least we have no injured among us. Say that again? After all that planning, we ended up getting separated into completely random teams. Anyone but Faust and Honglu, yeah. My rupture team! Shambles! Let us first check on who we have on each side. Okay, it's me, Maso, Gregor, and Yisang here. Also Ryoshi. We've got the detective, Missang Du, and me over here, and Ishmael, Rodia, and me, Otis too. As for us, Martin, the assistant, LCE members, and the rest. The rest? Of whom speakest thou? Is a phrase used by individuals who find it especially difficult to acknowledge their betters. Me, Don Quixote, and Faust. There's no chance we get the security wall out of the way, even with our combined effort. They found the counter of the Heisho team, just don't let them be used, yeah. So, the ultimate counter for Mal Faust, remove her from the field. The master key doesn't work either. It should be able to override the lockdown, but even the LCE wasn't having any luck on their side. Hold on, that cuts my bleed team in half too. My tremor team. My tremor team is cut off too. My sinking team. My sinking... Who's on my side? Where's Heathcliff? My sinking team is fine, I think. There's been a minor deviation, but it can't be helped. Advance according to plan. This unit, the LCD included, will neutralize any hostiles within the facility, one threat at a time. We'll assist you with finding the trail as soon as we're done repairing the security cameras. Acknowledge. The LCE and Honheim's team will secure the facility management room and prioritize restoring power. As for the executive manager's team, proceed to the laboratory for golden bow retrieval. Wait, hold on. Oh, Rodia's on the other side. Well, there goes the sinking team. What's even left? What teams do I have left at this point? Alrighty, off we go. I'll take the lead. The rest, you follow me. And with that, Otis and the LCD team's footsteps fade into the distance on the opposite side. We should get moving too. Well, I think Heathcliff is there too. Well, there goes... No, that's Sinking gone. Sinking is just fucking dead. Okay. You have Burn. You think I have Burn built? Besides, Otis and Sinclair are on that side. The most I have is Gregor. There seems to be a lack of proper structure in the generation and distribution of electricity here. It is regrettable the facility lacks a backup mechanism to handle unforeseen emergencies of this sort. I'm probably just going to throw all my best ideas into a team and hope it works. With the breadth of my responsibilities, it's only natural that I've been too busy to be responsible for the facility's design. However, when viewed independently, the structure of the laboratory itself is... Fret thyself, not over such a trifling matter, young Heathcliff. You do have Alan Gregor. Fuck no. Do I? No, I don't think I do, because he's basically worthless. He's negative on both bleed and tremor count. I do have Kaseti Maso. But Enryoshu... Oh, I do have Enryoshu, actually. No, I do have her. Also, I don't have Thumb Capo. Because once again, wasn't planning on playing Tremor. I wasn't planning on playing Burn Tremor specifically, I was planning on playing Everlasting Tremor. She's right. With the three of us together, we'll be able to overcome whatever obstacle that gets in our way, probably. The voice of Honoheim and the other sinners also slipped further away into the background. Capo Mer don't have. Night Owl Greg don't have. Felbert Lee saying I need to get Ego here. Ego fan. Let's know if you sent the golden bow, Manager Bud. Okay. Two of the smokers end up in the same team. What are the odds? I'll never know how the other managed to pull through these working conditions without taking a puff. There was a time when I partook, but I could not find any reason to maintain the habit. Incredible. Oh, there was? What'd you smoke? Most things that fall under the category of cigarette. Huh. After a whole year of walking walk at a line, Page is one hell of a straight-laced fella. I partook in both categories of activities. Those genuinely accepted as right, and those accepted as wrong. Sergeant the Alan Gregor, since he's actually pretty good for here. Yeah, here he probably is good, but I didn't get him because yeah, he's not very good in normal gameplay. During my time among the old League of Nine Literatures, I once had an opportunity to engage in a few hits of the substance at the best of my fellows. That was my one and only time. Everyone burst into laughter, though I found no enjoyment in smoking itself. Incredible. Tell Maso to win your clashes. Ah, of course. Do you have red eyes and penitence? No. Huh. As was the case for first timers. Must have been pretty intense, huh? What are you, Mr. Oshu? When did you first start smoking cigarettes? Yisang, no, don't hold it in! Breathing it in does nothing, Yisang! Every pair of eyes search for Oshu's face. I have tried these so-called Zaza. Oh. But shouldn't bother telling us a story, nor did she reveal any signs of unease or anxiety. What we saw in her face was inexplicable exhilaration, thrill, and as strange as it may seem, a fury chilling to the marrows. Beats me. I've always been surrounded by cigarette smoke, ever since I was a brat. Wouldn't have guessed it any other way. It's your turn this time, isn't it? Yeah. So damn obvious it makes me scoff. How do you feel, Mr. Oshu? To be faced with the past that stands before you? Simple. It's exciting. All that waiting finally. I noticed you haven't smoked one since this whole thing began, right, Oshu? Right. Trying to get used to staying off it. Meanwhile, back at the transporter truck. Red gaze. I never thought you of all people would have one. Funny, isn't it? The mighty and powerful Red Gaze loses this tiny little bundle of liability from his clutch, and he's suddenly too scared to even swing his sword right. Not that I don't understand. To have an unwanted burden you can't even push aside or kill off shoved in your care. I know what it's like all too well. Well, I suppose I did want the little thing back then, but I never expected to be such a nuisance. Lucio's been digging around, and looks like you don't have any connection to whoever this half-pint here. Could it be you got a specific use for her? It's plain you need her for something. Explains why you're letting that dead weight tag along. Perhaps she's like my ticket, or textbook over there. A pain in the ass you'd much rather kill off, but can't because you need to make it the future you long for to come true. Ah, we sure have a lot in common, don't we? No. No. You... I know why you're provoking with that pointless rambling. Your friends are on a mission, and you're making sure I don't get in your way till you get the all clear. Chat! Stop being so horny! Stop it, chat! Stop it! However, just because my sword isn't cleaving across your throat... Doesn't mean I won't collect your little lackey's head. Keep that in mind. This should be interesting. Do your worst. I'm curious to see how long the textbook I so painstakingly crafted my ticket would last against a colour fixer. Aren't you? Right. Roseate Desire. Okay. Insufficient in Keflin. I'm sure I do. Right. You're good. You're, I could use you instead. Like, that's a good ID. Better than... you're fine, actually, for stacking Rupture. I don't have Sinclair leveled, so, get in here. And then... Honestly? This. This is a... Wait, no, hold on, I just have... What am I doing? I just have a bleed team. This is just a bleed team. Yeah, I was worried for a second, but this is just a bleed team. Yeah, okay. Look at running these mannequins. Are they made by those nurse fathers? Yes. To be more specific, it's just the ring nurse father. Corporatism, an art movement that utilizes the interaction between human bones and muscles. Corporism, not corporatism. The contraction and elongation thereof, with a splash of cubist technique, it seems. Where's the cubism? Nasty. Observe closer. Do you see them? Writings carved into their bodies. These corpses are engraved with a rod scroll of messages carved with a blade. They began shuffling at us in an uncanny rhythm entirely devoid of any semblance of will. Dearest. Dearest daughter of ours. Please pay close attention to the way the line curves. From ribs we can make their blades keener than blades keener than any sword. From femurs we can make bludgeons sturdier than any mace. The thoracic cage has taken its progressing yet hardy shape of an arch to keep the hardened lungs from harm. Preserve this natural beauty of the human corpus, and do not— No way, Raiden, Metal Gear! One moment. It's Raiden! Doctor! We had Lei Heng before, and now we have Raiden! When's Senator Armstrong gonna show up? Oh. Yeah, first we had Jetstream Sam, now Raiden. Oh. Nano machines. Oh, what would it be here? What's the nano... It would be... Knowledge, son. It hardens in response to physical trauma. Doctor, turn off my clash inhibitors. That is the reverence in which the act of creation must be handled, just as a musician handles a priceless instrument. Touch it, if you will. Raiden, that's a child! Fingertips feel the contour of a blade along the grains of musculature, its tendons and sinews. K-Corp feels son, they harden in response to physical trauma. Yoshihide. The bones of the one most desperate for life have become a blade best fit to reap it. Indeed it has, hasn't it? I knew from the fathoms of my heart that you could appreciate the true value of this piece, Yoshihide. The care put into this piece so painstakingly birthed into the world is greater than any work of mine. The smallest fracture or imbalance could instantly render it useless. Once this piece is complete, dearest Yoshihide, I would like for you to wield it. I will. Oh, is that her sword? Oh, no. Never got to finish that precious piece he's always ranted about, did he? Ryoshi muttered to herself. Interesting. Okay, well, hello, Roseate Desire. What do you do? Just... pink ribbons. Cool. Okay. Wow, that is not... Oh yeah, I haven't uptied you, have I? You're only up to level 3. Forgot about that. Might make for a minor issue. Just a slight issue. Ever so slightly. Uh-oh. You sang on the pink ribbon. Up tie 3 of shame. Up of shame implies that I care. I really don't care. I got her yesterday. I genuinely don't care about the fact that you managed to perfectly lose that. Maso, you managed to perfectly lose that, you piece of shit. Oh. Okay, you're saying you don't want to clash either, that's fine, I suppose. Lock in, yeah, I wish everyone would lock the fuck in. Come on, start winning your clashes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers, Jesus. It really wasn't that hard. Okay. My sinners are all morons! Yeah. But genuinely, okay. Okay. Fine. Huh? Lock the fuck in, Maso! Lock the fuck in! Okay, thank you. You ended up locking in. Okay. No, that's alright. I didn't want to actually... Yeah, okay. Gregor is masochistic. He likes getting staggered. I can't fault you there. He does. No way, a Red Mist reference. I mean, in all fairness, it is good for me for him to be attacked, because that means more Blood Feast on the field, and if there's more Blood Feast on the field, then, you know, I get to do things. Although I don't have any of the, like, people who really benefit from Blood Fiend, I just have Maso. There we go. Why they're evil spiders? Silksong reference. Oh, yeah, that's alright. Why did they get to hit heads on it? You have a 50-50 chance! Why do you keep hitting heads on everything? What? Okay. Probability is apparently dead in a ditch. Okay. Priestgaga, no. Don gets special and Maso gets special. I'm fairly certain he gains buffs, but like I don't think they're Blood Feast related. Its Bloodied Hand does things. But that's more... no, actually he does no. Yeah, he consumes a bit of Blood Feast on his skill too. When the enemies secretly have 10 SP but you can't prove it, yeah. Okay. We should be good. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, he heals here now. That was probably about the worst use of that ever, but still. He's the Blood Feast generator? Yeah, he is the Blood Feast generator. He's not supposed to eat it himself. It would be like a chef eating their own food. They're not supposed to do that. I can't unsee this guy as Raiden now. Sanguine artistry. Also, yeah, the bleed team really is working well. I was expecting this to be far harder than it was going to be, but I am win rating. There we are. The ones in the back streets of District 20. Well, if you're cooking for yourself, that's fine. But you're not supposed to, like, if you're cooking for someone else, you're not supposed to eat the food. You're not supposed to do that. That's faux pas. Not really a faux pas, it's just, it would be bad business practice to eat in the kitchens whilst you're at work. Okay, everyone is winning their clashes this time. I really enjoy how in this game, like, things go so much better for you if you just start snowballing. Oh wow, we really are doing the ring thing today, huh? I see that one guy has every status effect on him, basically. That's really funny, actually. Yeah, this was fun. Okay, no, in all fairness, they did all use their skill 3s, but, like... Oh, that's 2 people staggered at once. Oh, gee, thanks, game. Just what I wanted, actually. How do you know? Right. You gamble more in combat than the gacha? Yeah, you do. Stop it! Stop it! Actually fucking losing it. Like... My sinners are all morons. I do love how... yeah. It's so fun. I love this game. If you can't tell, I love this game and its combat and definitely don't hate it in any way, shape, or form. Win the yeah, 50% for each head, yeah. Yes, yes, Gregor, thank you. Okay, there we are. Finally, something went in my favor. Alright. Right. There we are. You are... 2? You're at 45 SP. You're at 45 SP. For the love of God. I'm actually gonna lose it. I'm actually just going to lose it. Right. And now I can't win that. Okay, that was just a 50-50, I suppose. I can't be too annoyed about that. Just don't stagger him. Fuck. Oh. Okay. Okay. Great. Stagger, great. Okay. Hey, Gregor. I have a funny move for you to use. Please kill them all. I don't know why that went first, but sure thing. Great. Thank you, buddy. Why are you not using your ego move? Thank you. You know the one that gets mass AoE? Please. Anyway, here we are. I'm not going to skip this one because I like this ego. Great. Brilliant. I do like that. I like the cutscene. It's cool. Extreme prejudice. Oh. Okay, well. What's the last coin using non-unbreakable flip animation? Because unless you use it at 40, they're not unbreakable, I believe. Oh, more reading. Please shut up, Gregor. You managed to cut off the final bit. The elevator up ahead is operational. I can see the light of the elevator beyond the lockdown door. If power has returned to the elevators, you can only mean that Hohenheim has arrived at the facility management room. Ah, then. Once the elevator doors opened, the LCA agents began pouring into the facility in perfect order. They immediately began hacking and shooting down anything that got in their way. There wasn't the slightest hesitation in their movements, as though drilled into them over countless rehearsals. Funny about that. From the way they never failed to deliver a killing blow to any target so much as twitched, even when it was already mangled beyond recognition. I could tell they were seasoned veterans with years of combat experience. I began to go shredding that these fighters could brush aside any obstacles we faced with ease. LCA Special Operations Unit, was it? They sure know how to clear a room. Testing, coming. Oi, give me that! Oi, oi, you alright, mate? Ah, the heck, no need to shout on the mic, Heathcliff, we can hear you just fine. Ah, apologies. My assistant's temperament leans more on the impatient side. Senator Otis's conjecture was right. After arriving at the facility management room, we have been observing the hallways through the device here. The video feed's quality, well, it leaves much to be desired, but the LCA has arrived at this sector. Can confirm that on this end as well. We have visual on the LCA units past lockdown shutters. But all I've managed so far is to remove one security wall in your path. It has nothing to do with showing the internal elevators leading to other departments. Whichever may be the case, does this mean the Wounded can now be transported to safety? Not quite. While they managed to send the LCA down here by no means, the entire facility has to be restored in order to return upstairs. It is indeed a relief, however it seems the agents have been deployed to each sector. They should be able to secure the rest of the survivors. Though I've never been one to be interested in the art of killing and battling, particularly those without even a tangential relation to research. I've heard they're a rather formidable combat force even by the standard of the city as a whole. Eyes forward. The lights flickered and... Uh-oh. 3 LCA units. Oh... You're not supposed to make that smile. LCA units were advancing or covering the floor and the squad simultaneously fell to the floor without so much as a scream. Nice Phantom of the Opera mask, by the way. Like a broken lamp, the light beyond the security wall continues to flicker. Between each flicker of the malfunctioning light, the outline of the intruder's weapon seemed to shift into a slightly different shape. At first, the shadow stretched into the sharp tip of a prick. Then after several more flickers, it took on the shape of a familiar outline of an axe, very much resembling Rogier's own. Huh. You're not supposed to be able to do that! Judging by their appearance and gear, it's likely the LCA's reconnaissance specialized unit. Most likely in the same vein as the team that arrived at the Monolith's retrieval mission. Recon team or not, how'd the intruder manage to wipe out such a well-trained team on his own? John Furioso. Hohenheim, do you hear us? Indeed. Has the LCA taken care of the situation already on your own? You mustn't set foot out into the hallway. Why might that be? Ah, I've just watched the LCA agents take down an abnormality with quite impressive precision. Suppress such a tricky entity in mere minutes. Fascinating. This calls for an additional comment on its observation logs. The LCA reinforcements into our sector. They're all dead. What? Let's battle for an open field. Even the LCA's reconnaissance team alone would have sufficed to avoid defeat. However, this is what happened to prey who forget they've been snared in the spider's web. They'll never fight on even ground, always drawing their prey to locations where they have the absolute advantage. They wouldn't have lost an open field, you say? It's meaningless to speculate what will never happen. Yeah, they never would have fought in an open field. Look, his prey ensured their demise by walking to his hunting ground. What Alyssa described earlier is becoming more and more apparent to us. A relaxed but disciplined gait. Okay, no, yeah, he is the index guy. The man, after having slaughtered a dozen of LCA agents, slowly turned around to face us, his sharp dress shoes lazily clopping against the floor. He seemed to have been aware from our presence from the get-go. Well, the question is, how did he listen to the prescript? Light dances around the glossy surface of a white mask. He returns a smile in response to Roche's furious wrath. Then his lips part, soundlessly mouthing a sentence word by word. Hi, sweetheart. How did your reviews go? Hi, sweetheart. How'd your training go? Same old. Dull and boring. Dad, that wound on your arm. Did you do that to yourself? Ah, yes. I'd stabbed my opponent with a knife 38 times through my own arm. The 20th stab was where it really began to hurt. They say that the pain of a burning hurt of burning hurts at least 100 times worse than the pain of getting stabbed. Did you know that? So when you have to take care of someone, I hope you won't use...
If you've ever read a novel that kept you wanting to find out what's going to happen next, or watched a movie that drops ominous hints about the fate of one or more of
Foreshadowing
its
is a literary
characters,
device.
then you've probably already experienced foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which suggestions or warnings about events to come are dropped or planted. Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Great. Lest the death be slow, and the dying breath curses your name on the long descent to hell. Don't they deserve to watch their lives flash before their eyes in relative peace? So they've changed then from... because now they just... yeah, murder people. You should get a keybind for that, that'd be brilliant. Okay, come closer. You got a scratch in your cheek. Holy she's got trainers on! Happened during Valenciaga's class, didn't it? Her methods are simply too violent. She's the kind of teacher who uses the number of scars as a measure of training intensity and effectiveness. Let's take good care of that wound so it doesn't scar, okay? Whatever. If what LCA has told us through the transmission is true, then the executive manager is in danger. I'm just concerned as you are, Otis, but we're not exactly out of the woods yet either. Security camera feed's working again? Yeah, look, it's pointed right in front of our door, but... come see. If my memory fails me not, then this man attire suggests he is... the middle... Does he have talons on his right leg? What? What? I guess we now know what happened to the LCA in the other sector. Yeesh, this guy's practically tearing people apart. Is he shouting something? I can't quite hear what he's saying through the feed. Yoshihide. He's shouting Yoshihide, repeatedly so, as he fills the silence between them with a boisterous guffaw. Face split into a wide grin, body convulsing with laughter. What joy does this madman find in carnage? God, it's an insanely powerful kick. Flung that guy all the way to the other side of the hallway. The footage is pretty blurry, but do you think he's got a prosthetic leg? Maybe not. I guess the leg completely covered in augmentation tattoos might look something like that. Uh-oh. Oh, are you looking at Puffy's mighty bear claw? Oh. Who the heck are you? Oh my, I am Kira. The name, it haunts me. Does she have braces? That's brilliant. A covert approach. Men, battle positions. Oh, you guys got it all wrong. You're watching my papa work, aren't you? Right. Don't mind me, okay? I'm not gonna pick a fight with you guys. Huh? I'll just hang around here while you guys get the important stuff done. Carry on and watch us work. Your papa? That guy's your dad? Uh-huh. Isn't he like super badass? Yeah, did you guys see that? Gosh, that text straight up fun. So dope. I've been trying to recreate it myself. It's not the same, you know? How's he doing that? Totally followed that guy up and tossed him across like a basketball all the way to the other end of the hallway. The Trader Massacre is no different from a game or sport. What a contemptible scoundrel you make. That's that kind of character, huh? Sick. I'm a huge fan of him too. Did you read the latest issue of the Cowburst Blade? There's a new character who just talks just like you do, lifting up his bamboo hat. He goes, wait, you don't know the Cloudburst Blade? Oh man, I've been trying to sell it to everyone I know, but no one's interested. One of them's obsessed with training all day, one of them talks for a sword all day, one of them just wanders all over the place all day, and the other one, you know what she said? I think the story indulges far too much in too many logical fallacies. What kind of book review is that? Like, bro, who wastes the time nitpicking about what makes sense and what doesn't when reading a comic book? Gosh, anything I'd ever buy with that girl. Anywho, has anybody here actually read the Cloudburst Blade? If you did, well, I may have, but 4 hours of your time, good sir. Enough. Holy yap, yeah. If you thought you could just scratch the nonsensical prattling, think again. I don't think the middle nurse father on... see the middle nurse father on the feed anymore. If she's his apprentice, then... Hey, kiddo! What are you doing all the way out here? Haven't I asked you not to wander too far? Drat. Uh-oh. I don't know why it isn't loading yet, but I just quickly, whilst I have the chance, have music to play. Shit, it's not in this file. What? What? Where the hell are you? Hold on. I had music to play here. This is seriously interrupting things. Where is it? Sorry, I need to actually read through my files now to find it. This was supposed to be quicker because I would be able to get it on quick draw, but I can't seem to find it. Okay, it's not fine. I'll look it up. Okay, fine. There we are. That's good enough. I'm not waiting for the video to load. No more transmissions. They've all gone quiet. Ha, King Ishmael, Yogotis. Wherefore doth none respond? This is bad. We don't even have the manager with us. We're all in the dark. It's a cut to black. No, but I clicked and it didn't go through. We must make haste and restore the facility to its operational capacity. The sooner we retain access to the security wall controls, the sooner we can coordinate with each other. As luck would have it, we should be able to look. Huh. Which means the ring has made its mark here. Oh, don't force yourself to look so hard at them. No, disgust and emotion holds very little sway over me. It's just that... Boss, don't look at their face and try and tell who's who. Right. Ask my focus for a minute. I have been so afraid. Let's carry on. Wait, is there anything you want to say to me? This is highly irregular, but it seems that Faust also expressed agreement with Hohenheim. Agree with what? We must restore the facility with as much haste as we can employ. So, who do we have access to here? Nurse fathers, okay. Oh, no, we're just back with these guys. I thought we were going to fight with them for a second there, but... I don't like that the level is going up, because these guys are not leveled. Leaving behind the perpetrator of the carnage, greeting Ryoshi on the other side of the security wall. We had no choice but to make our way towards the lab. Mr. Ryoshi, perhaps this question of mine is one you might not wish to grace an answer, and if indeed it is, do feel free to let it float past. But what is your ticket to these so-called nurse fathers? You don't have level tickets? No, I'm just lazy. Your relationship with them does not seem to be brewed in mere bad blood. And the change in your countenance, I sensed a flash of something almost imperceptible. I haven't put all the pieces together just yet, but they were nurse fathers. My fathers who forged the sword that I am. Some of them were female, but sure. You only did 15 MD, you have 999 modules? You think I logged in? Why the fuck would I log in? I didn't play because I didn't want to play Limbus Company. I'm not going to log in to just collect modules and leave. I play Limbus Company solely for the story. That is the only reason I'm here. Also, wow, Yisan can't win a clash for shit. I don't find the gameplay particularly engaging. I don't think it is very good most of the time. That's why I barely ever do mirror dungeons, because they're boring as shit. Ruina is by far my preferred game. You just say once you start normally for modules? Yeah, I can do sometimes, occasionally. I've stopped doing it recently because I just can't find the motivation to. I just like thinking about any other game that isn't Limbus Company. Anyway, this is perfect. It gets us some more stuff. Because, like, it has decent parts, but everything I like about it is just done better by Ruina. So why would I not just play Ruina? Besides, I've been doing the solo challenge for a while now, so, you know, that's taken up a lot of my time. Wow, that was so close to being staggered there. Okay. Here we go again. Really would have wished you'd won that clash, but hey ho, what do I get to know? I should probably level them all up. Maybe. Might make things easier. See, the problem is, a lot of the time with unfocused battles is, what am I supposed to actually do here, other than, like, twiddle my thumbs? Like, I could, if I could just set my auto-clicker, I need to set a macro, probably. If I could set a macro to just click win rate, go, win rate, go, win rate, go, win rate, go, I could just go, like, get lunch. Fill every game while you play Limbus Company with a genuinely unhinged team building, you can do if you're on a board. Like, but the problem is with team building, I would need to then do mirror dungeons and grind XP for that. and I cannot be bothered. Once again, if I want to do interesting deck building, Ruina. You've got to be kidding me, really? Okay, fine. Like, I understand some people like team building in this game, but also, Ruina exists. I can just play Ruina and get more fun. You actually did set up a macro for the sweepers event? That's brilliant. It's just... I like the story. Gameplay of unfocused battles is boring as sin. And then... focused battles can be fun sometimes, but... you should do any other roguelike for the build stuff, yeah. Or... if I could do... if I wanted the fun of mirror dungeons, I could just play Slay the Spire. Or actually, I've been meaning to play Binding of Isaac now, more and more. Because I've been surprisingly watching a lot of videos about that. Nimbus Company is a like, if it wasn't for the fact that I play Balatro on my phone, I would just get up Balatro right now. Like, we could just play Balatro. Hold on. One moment. Hold on. Let me wait for it to load. So I currently have a white stake thing going. My build, I've got, so, hold on, what's this? Idol. No, Bloodstone. So Bloodstone, few uncommons at the top. Quite fun. I got a decent econ going because I got mail-in rebate. So far, going pretty well. I think I'll steadily be able to make it to MTA. But yeah. So... oh good, the turn resolved itself. Yeah, so... I mean, I just wish I had a way to share it with the screen. Because I mean, I could hold it like this. If I hold it like this and look at this, then we can play Balatro. Let's open the pack. I don't want either of those. I'm not very good at Balatro, so you'll have to bear with me, chat, but still. I think I want to strengthen these two. Because I can get, do I really care about strengthening those? No, let's strengthen these two. Let's get them higher up. Because there might be a chance we get them high enough. And then I want more magic cards. So let's do this. Oh, combat ended? Okay, one moment. Hold on, we'll return to Balatro later. I should, hold on, let's quickly level up my IDs. I do not have enough tickets. One moment.
결국 이번에도 내 삘이 맞았지?
좋아. 이걸로 성.
흑수는 그 새를 목마름일 뿐이야.
Right, that should probably be enough. Right. Okay. At least up type 4-ish if you have the shards. Let me, hold on. Let's quickly get these. Yeah, words cannot describe how little I enjoy playing Nimbus Company. Like, I like the story. Mirror dungeons can be fun sometimes if you turn your brain off, but, yeah. Well, it would be 25, assuming average luck for issue. Oh, we can do some gambling too, actually, chat. Okay, let me just up-tie her. Yes, come on. We don't have very much time here, Raishi. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, let's do one spin. Let's do one spin. Coops looks so dead inside. I do that. I look quite dead inside a lot. Right. Okay, one gamba. One gamba. Hello, Gold. Welcome to the stream. Fuck all. Okay. Fine, one more. Okay. So it's not something on the banner. It's probably something I have already, but still. Who was it? Okay, cool. Brilliant. I will take Ishmael shards. Okay, into combat we go.
정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
How far have I got in the Canto? I believe this might be the final stage. Looks like we're here. It's the lab. The LCD and LCE haven't reached out again since that last transmission. I can only hope that no misfortune befell them. Hey manager bud, did you pick up on anything? I mean the golden bow. If those people got to it before us. Not yet. I don't think they did. It's still in there. Is that right? I guess you should be glad we still have a chance. Gregor mumbled on in a gloomy tone. Hon and I were relieved to hear this. We stepped in the lab. The lights were off. It was completely dark inside. Uh-oh. If the assailants were indeed after the golden bow, what could they possibly want with it? I deeply engrossed my thoughts when I noticed that Ryoshu had stopped in our tracks. Ryoshu? There's a stench coming from up ahead. A sickeningly familiar one. Even in the cloying darkness of the unlit lab, Ryoshu seemed to notice something out of place. You smell something? I'm smelling it and then you're Oh yeah, you've not been smoking for a hot minute. Only silence welcomed us into the lab. We couldn't hear any breathing, but it was there without a doubt. The stink of cigarettes and a chilling disembodied sense of dread we couldn't exactly put our finger on. When I left that place, I remember feeling a strong contempt for someone. No way! That's the ID we're using! It had to have been. Roche started muttering as though she was gripped by the chill. And she wasn't speaking to me, though. It seemed as if she was waiting for a bog of mutilated memories to cling to her emotions at the moment. DQ Star, you. All along you want to make me suffer to the bitter end, haven't you? What audacity! You think I'm the one making you suffer, Yoshihide? Oh, Pinky member. You do realize you've always been the one obstacle in my life, don't you? This is the only way for us to get even. Yoshihide, it never stops. The sound of the feather around my feet, resting heavy. How it clinks and rattles. In a vision of the past, Roshi raised her sword in agonizing slow motion, unsheathing the blade we have never seen revealed before. A white blade of such unfeeling purity, devoid even of a trace of mercy beneath its pale edge. In the split second I was blinded by the glint of the blade. Roshi clutched the hooded fingers drawn in a crushing grip. Now at a moment's hesitation drove the blindingly bright sword into the figure's mouth. Huh. Roshi pulled the sword out in a single swift motion. Okay, they're not going to be talking then. The figure coughed out a thick glob of blood and a piece of her sliced tongue. You shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, laughter, maybe. Or just a chunky flesh. A guffaw hacked its way out of her mouth. The triumphant laughter of one who had just seized the victory of one's life. With a deep, ragged breath, Raisha let the sword fall from her grip. She stood rooted in her spot, staring at the failing figure with a look of pure confusion. Oh, insidious sense of the past in there. Thank you. And right now, but right before Raisha's eyes, the vivid presence from the memories of the past came to life in the form of a white silhouette. Her hands slowly brushing the lips beyond which no tongue laid, as if to remember the absence of the organ which Raisha had so mercilessly cut off. Like a lone watchman who had been keeping vigil, awaiting our arrival. The mouse lost its tongue and faced Raisha without opening even once. But I think I heard a whisper of a hollow sigh escaping between her lips. Because of my 5 fathers, I had to leave behind the single most important thing in this world. And that is why I must take it back. So happy to see you again, Ryoshu. I mean it. Such were the words my master bade me to say. The pinky nurse father. As my master expects naught from my insignificant self, I am but a blade rusting amid the quiet turn of nature, doomed to ever endure the dullness of todays and the emptiness of tomorrows. And therein, owing to your pursuing of the spider's thread, I am once again granted a chance to carry out my master's will. Another talker. Piss off. As our apprentice approached us, Roshi's nurse father slowly slipped away. Presumably they don't actually look like this anymore. Toward where the container of golden bows lay nested. I mean, no, we're not doing this already! The preparate. We're complete. I trust you've not forgotten the plan. Who the fuck are you? Where the nurse father had left, a figure in clad steel armor remained. What the? The armor looks a little too crude to be a piece of gear imbued with advanced technology. It looks akin to the torture device we had previously seen in the basement of Sinclair's home. No flesh, no blood, no bones to show. In a fight? For an artwork meant for my eyes, its aesthetics are lacking in class. Keeping your mouth shut even a moment like this? Did he not teach you there's no beauty to be found in it? I want him here. Where is the ring nurse father? The armored figure answered Ryoshi's question, with a swing of their huge sword. We can take care of this quick and track down the golden bow. Let's fend them all off.
제법 미학을
You're starting to pick up the
쫓아보고
rudiments of
있지.
aesthetics, Clock.
단 이해가
Watch as I demonstrate the meaning of
보여지.
AOS? Assault on sight? Maybe? Okay. Gain function for every stack. 1 damage for critical for every stack, lose 1 stack when hit. Gain 8 pose, let's go up. Main target attack skill. Okay. Gain +4 poise count. Okay. So we need to target these. And what does she have? Stag immediately recover from stag. Okay. Can I win against these? I'm not sure if I can. Let's see. How the fuck? Okay. Okay, at least I managed to deal with that. Okay. Sorry, how are you using these? Oh wait, I wasn't clashing. Presumably he went first. Uh oh. I don't like how much poise he's going to be getting here. Targets with content. Oh. I started reading that as if it was something special. No, it's just Ryosha. Ryosha doing Ryosha things. Oh, so I need to lose against those, or at least not. Yeah, okay. Who are you attacking with this? Me, yeah, me. You can only really clash win against that. You've got no option not to, sadly. Cool music. Oh, no, that's alright. No, I didn't want to win any of those, actually. You're right. Okay. At least Yisang's gonna have decent SP. Okay. Fragger, tank the hit. Okay, Cassetti, you can deal with that. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Somehow we won that, even though we got evaded immediately after. Okay, he now always crits, which is a problem. It's on Clash Win, is it? Oh. Okay, I thought it was on our Clash Win. I was giving that gimmick far too much credit. I probably should have triggered that earlier. Yeah, sorry, no, I was treating that with far too much respect. My mistake. That's a lot of poise. What the fuck do you mean? Okay. That's a give up. God, I love how this game just forces you to reset. Hey, at least they give you a full refund on energy now, eh? Isn't that fun? Okay. Brilliant. Okay, now that I actually know how to fight this fucker, let me do this.
나선 속을 벗어날 수는 없.
Hit heads! It's not that hard! Just hit heads! Really. It's quite simple. It's a shocking strategy, I know, but just hit heads. Okay. Music is cool, at least. Okay, now I know how these work. I'm not gonna not clash with them anymore. I do understand how they work now.
나선 속을 벗어날 수는 없.
It can't be that hard to win the fucking clash, really? Don't you just love this game? Don't you just really love this game? I just really love how fucking awful the combat is. It's so fun.
이 따위로 치.
부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를. 다 온 것 같군, 실험실.
위에서 당신을
Okay.
관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고 있겠습니다, 단테.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
Hey. You just have to hit heads. It's that easy. What if Chains of Others him? I have far too few resources at the moment to be messing around with that.
행진했고 이것이 소국의 피날레다.
Like, it's not even a satisfying thing to make it your way back from defeat. It just makes a fight harder for no reason. Like, at least in Ruina, the only fight thus far that I have found interesting to keep struggling through, even when it looks like I'm about to die, has been the Last Night. I think the Last Night is genuinely the best boss fight this game has ever seen, and it's a shame he no longer exists. There we are, you lock the fuck in. Superbia makes it free, yeah, for one turn. I don't think it's that worth it. Okay, at least we're keeping up a bleed stack on him this time? Okay, never mind, that inflicted no count. Please, more count. +1 count. I will take it, that's something. All his coins are 1 coiners, so... like, it is actually working. Actually, could I... yeah, sure, that works. That way I can inflict more bleed on. Okay, great. Yeah, bleed is... oh, there goes my bleed. Here you go, Frozen will take a bunch of unnecessary damage. I think that's... yeah, that's what I liked about it. The fact that you had to take... you had to choose to take damage, rather than just always clashing with everything. Okay, let's see. Can I not fail this time? Yes, cheers. What do I need for this? I need Gluttony. Okay. Great. Finally. See, look how much easier it is, chat, when you just get lucky to start with. It's funny how that works out, isn't it? Let's just now deal like 8 damage. Cheers. Brilliant. Yep. Okay. 13 count, okay. Oh.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠.
The hell are you? And also cool music change.
마음대로 해보십시오.
Corpus ingredient, okay. Cool music change, actually. Yeah, really cool music. Using the powerful attack, impact rattle armor. Presumably your powerful skill is... Artwork face... Oh, okay, you don't have artwork face at the moment. Okay. What? What? Oh. Oh, I see. Well, unfortunately for you, I've had enough time to scale, so... Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry about this, but I'm about to... Huh. I'm just gonna turn you and your friend to mincemeat now. Continue focusing on this guy. Sanguine Pointillism is going to turn him into Swiss cheese. Ring member used to kill ring member. Truly brilliant. Okay. Alright, that's not that much damage. As long as I don't get 5%, I should be fine. I love that he just spins him around, that's great. If you had a casual counter, normal guard, casual guard, and normal counter... I beat him with a Heishua team. I don't know what you're talking about. It really wasn't that bad. Oh, did you not want to use the rest of your stuff? Okay. Oh, he left. Okay, cool. So, how's this gonna go down? Can I not? Wrath, really? Okay.
합격장 나라도 그렇게 했을 테지.
Okay, no, see, this is what I don't like about... once again, we're moving back into what I don't like about Nimbus Company, but the fight was hard when we were losing. We reset until we started winning. From the start. Now the fight is easy. When am I going to be forced to, like, really think about what I'm doing here? Like, I guess maybe the bleed damage will end up killing me, but once again, we're the Blood Fiends. Our team is a Blood Fiend one. We don't really take damage like that. It's the problem inherent with a coin flip system, really. Either you win or you lose. There's no nuance between the two. I like the fact that they're using highlights now, though. I will give them that. The highlights are cool. Anyway, Iron Rattle Armor just helps, like, immensely, right? Lose 10 final power for every stat. Yeah, no, it's... So... yeah, we should just be fine here. Unless I've horribly misread that. It should be as simple as just not slotting your main skill first. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. The theme's cooler. Are we gonna just stagger? Get 0. Yeah, cool. It wasn't a target fixed. If it was a target fixed, we got very lucky. No, it wasn't a target fixed. You saw the clash moving as it went down the rain. It definitely wasn't a target fixed. Well. Bon voyage.
끝장낼 수 있을 것 같은데.
Oh,
소감자들로
second phase?
효율적인 마무리를 명령하시겠지요, 단테.
Just... But what if I don't?
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 분은
Wow.
있겠지.
What a gimmick.
기대하고 있겠습니다, 단테. 퍼레이드와 피나레.
Well then. You know, if it wasn't highlighted, maybe it would have gotten me, but, is that corpus thing actually doing anything? Like... Oh, and the fight's over. Holy shit, hello there. Oh. Refrain from any deviations from the plan. Has my humble self neglected to impress us on this matter many times? See? Facia has begun to pulsate. I haven't seen Facia tremble like this in such a long time. Wow. When you forgive us some time to chat. Oh, is that her? Is that the other person? Like the mental? That... yeah. This plan involves no outward expression of such selfish desires. The plan involves only in the observation of the warming, reddening flesh while her own heart beats slow. That plan is to Facia's liking. Her tendons are tightened. Yet we must learn to remain tranquil before those common beasts if we adhere to the wills of those who are masters. I've always been so curious of the Maestro's child, forever lost. Why not let us at least prepare for Maquette? It has become apparent this glorified execution does not know a place. Clearly, it is about time our branches are pruned. With that, the man who stood in our way leaped towards... Oh! With that, the man who leaped in our way, leaped towards a pulsating great sword of flesh and delivered a powerful strike. This may be our stroke of fortune. It seems that in the chaos our presence has slipped their minds. Ah, the golden bow! Feeling a dull pain squeezing through the grooves of my mind, I turned towards the spot from which the sensation surged forth, and saw Roshi standing there. In her eyes burned hatred and fury, a glare that would easily have me believe she would unsheath the sword from her back at any minute. Oh, it's just the sword, okay. There's December 31st, happy National Make Up Your Mind Day, or New Year's Eve, but who cares? Incredible. It was the veiled figure who had been watching our battle without a word. The Pinky's Nut father simply stood there, meeting Roshi's watchful gaze as she did in the fragmented memories. Then she withdrew into the shadows, the darkness slowly eating away at her shape, before dissipating from our sights. Dante, have you found the golden bows? We must... No. We were too late. I felt the dull pain in my head lift as I pointed where the veiled person stood. The golden bow that should have been there were gone. What remained in their place were dozens of cigarette butts, the same kind that Roshi smoked, piled up into a thick layer of dust. Or piled up like. I'm assuming that's the end of the first part. Brilliant, cool. Yeah, cool. Story is cool. Battles were... I'm gonna be honest, I wish I could have streamed Balatro instead. The music here was cool. These two were non-threatening. This is an interesting idea, and having it deal more, like, multiplied is interesting, but, like, they cut off. I was limited to 1, 2, 3... I was limited to 4 members of my bleed team. None... Well, you're not even a member of my bleed team, normally. I normally run somebody else for the passive. And, yeah. Like... It was hard when we got unlucky. And then when we didn't get unlucky, we steamrolled them. It genuinely, was easier than the Red Mist versus the Black Silence. And that was very easy. Did I read what the Poise guy did? Momentarily, I think? I don't know. I can't quite remember what he did because I didn't pay much attention. No, actually, no, I didn't. I didn't read his. I didn't even read his passives. Deal percentage slash coins that critically hit times 10 slash damage against his target. Oh wow, that's cool. Shame it didn't happen. This I knew. Blows are recovered to 0. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's quite cool. Clash against target, then rush clash power -2. Okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like the design. I think the designs are cool. It's definitely interesting. The problem is, this guy was hard at first because we couldn't gain our sanity, and then as soon as we could gain our sanity, we slaughtered them. Just to bring up, though, like, I can't see that being... Even that is not going to be much of an issue eventually, because it's this. Yeah, in the first clash, half the target's chance to flip heads for all its coins. Like... Yeah. I'm excited for the rest. Okay, one more. One more gamble. I'm gonna get, like, nothing from this, yeah. But, so, will the horrors be under comprehension? No, actually, they were barely within my comprehension. But yeah. I'll be off now. I hope you all had a good time with the stream, and I hope you all enjoy... Well, I mean, I'll be back next week for more of the same. I mean, I don't like Limbus Company. I feel like this is fairly common knowledge at this point. But I think it could be promising. Also, Streamer says he doesn't like Limbus Company, yet has at least... Well, I mean, these aren't really hunted low percents, but they're definitely not first clears, so, you know. I'm a hypocrite. Goodbye, all. I hope you all enjoy your New Year's, and I'll see you next year.